hosting the game, but it's not.
He always goes into his fucking.
He's sick, like give him a.
No, I need him to not start immediately.
Yeah, but I'll tell him. Just, you know, you can write in the chat box.
Nice. Wait, there's a Marias? Oh, yeah. I didn't remember.
Guess you're playing okay, guys,
Alright, everyone. Hello. And welcome to my stream. Playing in the Monkey Jungle. This time as Poland. I'm subbing for Poland. Last time I played Swiss. So it's a bit awkward because I'm on the other side of the war now. But yeah, that's how it goes. Zaid will be, like, the entire Central Alliance is missing. Zaid will be subbing for Fish. Commandante subs for Erling. And Frog subs for Malcolm. So Tulipin stopped playing, so now Stormbreaker, Permed, Russia.
Not yet, man. I'm just loading in.
Probably gonna need to do some fancy things and not bankrupt instantly. Try to win this war quickly. Meanwhile, I gave instructions to the opponent's side on how to win the war for them. But like, given that the people who are taking over, like, there's like there was already almost no chance for this alliance to win the war, but like now that the perms are not there, it's just not gonna happen. So obviously we're gonna win the war.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't. We're just in the play.
It would take longer. Marias, yeah, Marias we can.
Am I not?
MJL starting on time is.
No, I am streaming. Like.
Sorry guys, I loaded it.
Oh, there we go. Am I not? Okay.
I might need you here. Can't I just go? Like Switzerland.
Oh, we need you. We need you, man.
Nah, you don't need me.
No,
Nah, liar. How are you even playing?
I win this.
Not close in media? Okay.
Byzantium, like what a shit country though. Stormbreaker. Isn't that like a fucking book by Brandon Sanderson? Something like that. Who is the Russia player? Oh, that
Russia is Stormbreaker.
When are we starting?
Yeah, but we're still missing this Yanagar.
Yeah, they're loading it.
Loading, okay.
Hot join or something.
It's my wall.
Yeah, the hot join will take a lot.
One of them can't hot join because of the fucking player war, so.
Yeah, like hot joining takes a lot longer than just.
Yeah, that too. The only problem is the lobby might become unstable, but.
Do we need a sub? Hello?
Oh. Alright, well. I guess since Slaying Beast is sick and Monkey Man is not here, that Darth and me are gonna be acting GM. So if there's something... No, I don't think so. So if there's something wonky going on, you ask either me or Darth.
Just get Slaying.
You don't think so? You know I'm GM in EPP and GSG. Like I'm GM for the wrong reasons, but still I am GM.
You know, just have faith in him. What could he do wrong?
Alright.
Hello, Hassan.
With
your Irish. Thanks for joining me.
I'm joining.
And ghosting, that's not very it's not very nice.
Do we need any subs?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, sweet.
We're missing a Congo. This Congo is pretty big, but which Congo?
Oh yeah, Congo.
Yeah. But who?
God, that was a country.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 1,000 dev.
Because
Nice shit. It's
1,000 stuff in Africa with African IDs, African pips. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Have fun.
Don't forget.
Like, if I was told that you will all be late, I wouldn't be subbing. Like, who gives a shit anyway?
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
usually
saying
hear about the glory of Monkey League with Tori rehost the session.
Up could play. You get to play a fun war.
trash, though.
All right. Well, Danny, as soon as you can, take it. Ready up. And then we go. And Sling Beast, if you're here, sure to keep it paused for a long time. Probably I'll just tell you when we're starting. Is he even in the chat?
No, he's gone to his
He's
trainer
not.
chat.
This is the worst fucking host there is. Why the fuck is he the one hosting?
Alright, well, you guys go to your war chat, see what you need a lot of things.
I don't have a war chat.
Alright, keep it paused until I come back and tell you to unpause since we need to take a look at their country. Yeah. Alright, Caramello and
Wait,
Stormbreaker.
Nice. Do we get to rehost? Can we do it?
This is a sign for the gods that I shouldn't play. Alright, I'm bailing.
You should be.
Are you really gonna bail?
What the fuck, man? Okay, yes, 120k vampire in tank. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're taking over Monkey's Nation.
I am.
Instinct.
I am.
Yeah.
Alright, give me 5 minutes. Like, let's see if I can connect. Because I was tapped out when you started.
Well, I shouldn't say that. Okay, are you in or not?
I am in. Let's keep
Everyone is in.
keep it pushing.
Yes, can anyone confirm that there's no one out? That no one needs to hotshot? Okay, good. Well, then everyone go to their respective channel. Come Caramello and Stormbreaker, we go to Eastern Europe. Alright, hello.
I just realized that actually you can unsee war goal like pretty easy because I can ask for access. Great Britain for access.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the war goal, exactly.
Yeah.
But
I just realized it. I still don't have Tech 22. I'm in 21, so.
let's see. Ugh, Monkey is like selecting the worst places possible. Oh well. I'll base once, unfortunately. But yeah, we're gonna rush to the war goal from the other side.
Yeah. So if they attack me, I just retreat. Like if they attack.
Yeah, you don't have the tech, so don't fight. Why? So it doesn't.
Be so far from Switzerland.
And he could just do this for. Why would he not do this? Like.
By the way, distant. Don't forget
Policy?
Yeah, you have only.
Oh my lord, he doesn't have policy. What the fuck? What the actual? God. I mean, at this point, we're actually gonna win without me even putting on the policy, so I could agree to that, but I'm not gonna do that because that's just silly. Okay. Wow, that, okay, that's disgusting. I don't know what to say. Alright, he has the cannons. What the fuck are these templates? What was Monkey doing? Alright, Storm, are you here? Storm?
Oh.
Okay, well, you see your troops? Well, tell us whenever you're ready. You also have a lot of troops, or Philippin was saying that. But yeah, keep like sieging like with the 1k everything in Sweden that's effective up north. Mostly we don't want to throw war score basically. I need a bit of time to like take loans, reset the thing to take loans, and then spam again, and we're gonna rush through Sweden. There's Swasia, Swiss. It's my best general. Do you have a good general, Caramel? You still don't, huh?
Like my best general is 3-6.
It's 3-6, so that's terrible.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you don't want to take any suicidal battles, so.
Yeah, I just need to like retreat if they go it.
But like the war should be pretty easy because like no one, only Zayd knows how to play. So yeah, unfortunately. Hello, Erspin. That's not what I did at all. And Frog is ghosting me. 3. Alright. Well, I also only have a 3-6 as my best general, so that's. Okay. Well, not much I can do else than this, so. Get a better name, Dux, okay? Your name is like completely unmemorable, so. Alright, I'm gonna go ask if the other side is ready.
Alright.
You guys are ready to go?
I think so.
Okay, I'll tell Guy to.
Can we go speed 1 just for the first few days because I have a lot of things to do.
Sure. Okay, we can unpause. Go to speed 1 for like the first 2 weeks or something. Thank you. Alright, very nice. Okay, we're unpaused. Now I'm just gonna be taking over. Let's retreat. Now, just be sure, Caramel, to have at least sufficient like funds in the bank, because I did tell him to take your funds. I don't know if they're gonna do it. They definitely should. Like, it can take a lot of money from Genoa, from Champagne.
Oh yeah, Switzerland is collecting there.
Yeah, like they should both do it. Really. Also, I don't have the tech, so my thing is pretty bad, or my troops are gonna suck ass.
Yeah, their capacity.
Clap. Yeah, they just wanna take over. War score, it makes sense. I mean, if he's not paying attention, you can presumably assault even that Picardy for. I guess you want the military points, yeah.
Yeah, I really need.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, I'll do it then. Things. But I also cannot take a fight like against Sweden. Sweden has the tech, right?
Oh yeah, actually I have like
Oh boy.
maximum.
Dude, that's very, very bad, Stormbreaker. You're gonna. You don't have cannons there. You're just gonna have to retreat out of that fight. Because you have infantry on the back row. Well, actually, they're not in a position to. Okay, he's doing a fake escape. No, don't go. You have the tech? You do have the tech. Make sure you have a vanguard, like with sufficient cannons. You don't have sufficient cannons on your backline. Your other cannons are somewhere else, or they got like killed or something. Also here, there's troops in the bottom, like they're just sieging all our provinces. They're actually doing a good job. Okay, I'm gonna send guys over back with. But yeah, our main target is the war goal. You have sufficient admin, Kara?
I have 500. Should be like.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it takes some time for me to just get in position. But yeah, like I don't have the tech, so it's gonna be hard for me to do anything. Oh, they're catching you. That's not good. Okay. They didn't get wiped. The troops are not stuck there, are they?
No, it's fine.
Oh, they might actually just stab at us. Okay, Stormbreaker, follow me. Since you don't have a can stack, then I can only take fights with me. And if he ever engages on you, like, wiped.
What the fuck? Why? Ah, like I got bitterly stab hitted and got -4 stability instead of -1. Wow.
What?
Like, I don't know how that works, but like if you don't reject manually stab hit, you can get like -4 stability instead of -1 in one.
Did you have the window open?
Oh no, I wasn't opening it. Like it was just like I don't know.
Well, it's a bit of a problem because like I would push, but like I cannot take a straight up battle like without the tech. And
actually, we can just like we can join our troop and just get the worst. I mean,
yeah, we need to get the war goal, so that's where I'm going towards. But we need to win a battle, and right now we don't have the tech, so we can't really win the battle. The more you get stab hit, the worse it becomes because the more prestige you lose.
No, wait. Actually, we can't win a battle because we can join our troop, and it should be enough to win a battle. And I can get attack
like we don't have a general that's good enough, and we were behind in tech, so I actually don't think that we win the battle.
The only one who will be behind in tech is Russia has tech, and I'm able to.
Okay, you're able to take the tech, then we can take.
Yeah, I can embrace, and it should be fine.
All right, that's fine then.
Anyway, we need like.
Okay, so careful, Stormbreaker. Like, should make more troops and send them. But you can see that you see Sweden right now. He's making a move. He's gonna try and kill some of our troops. Should already have done so, actually. Well, Zaid is moving towards me. Make a vanguard. Like you really need cannons, and make a bigger vanguard than that. Like you're gonna get wiped instantly. Okay. Also, you have our best general, so you actually need to be with that general in the fights ASAP.
Oh wait, Sweden is sending white peace to me?
What?
Yeah, like he.
Oh, that's a troll.
It's a bad idea because Sweden has -36 of personal. I guess that's a bad idea.
Russia has no ports whatsoever. I'll attack, or I'll assault Nassau, I guess, if he's not in position. But you need to be ready to reinforce me. Oh, don't have fuel. Can't sack. Okay, I'm taking Nassau. It's taking so long though. Stab it. So, going to call now, and that should give us the war goal. Yeah, keep fighting. Have to assault. Oh, come on. Shit. No, he fucking makes it on time. Holy shit, that's so dumb. Yeah, we're gonna have to retreat out of that. We cannot win that. Come on, that's ridiculous. It's 70 as well. Like, yeah, we just have to retreat. Retreat at Kessel now.
Wait. You can try to.
No. Shit. Stuart. That's bad though. They're retreating too far away as well. I took cannon casual. Fix. We have to defend Nassau. And take casual. Alright, we need to defend Nassau. I'm gonna go again for Cologne, I guess. Oh, fucking hell, that assault didn't work. Actually, my cannons took too much damage and dumb engagement.
That's like the last step hit I can take right now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well. Guess that happens. Well, you only lost like 2 provinces.
Well, yeah.
That's really frustrating that assault didn't work. Oh well. Any point in delaying? Actually, no point in delaying the second delay a little bit. What can I do with my money? I can make level 3 things. Where do I want to dev? It's not.
Карамел.
М,
Карамель.
м.
Ты как это, что по торговле?
Я все, я уже отменил. Спасибо.
Мгм.
Да, да, все.
Well, what's the plan now then?
Well, I don't know. Actually, like Sweden is going to be bankrupt. Same with Switzerland.
Yeah, well, I'm also bankrupt. Hello everyone.
Fuck you, this.
What?
You thought you could get me with that sneaky thought taking? 70 men were in it when I arrived.
I mean, that determines the war as well. You got a bug as well, like, Caramella took 4 stab hits in 1 stab hit, so that was pretty.
What?
Yeah.
How did you get forced to be
Like when you send step hit and you don't decline it manually, it can bug and like you take multiple step hits instead of one. I don't know how that works, but it's
like
really annoying.
I've sent one every single month, so you had to stab it 12 times anyways. So I don't know how long you would have been able to hold. But still, fuck you, this thing. I gotcha, yeah. Also, Sweden is a fucking treacherous fuck.
Well, he is, but still.
Is he going to declare on me? Do you guys know?
I don't know. Like, I'm.
He's
the perm was fish, but he did like 0 diplo in between weeks, I imagine, so like.
No, I have no instruction further than what I just
Well, yeah, the instructions are the instructions that I gave you, okay? But like.
Yeah, but then I don't.
Yeah, good instructions, though, by the way, yeah. Also, remember to put your merchants in correct positions.
Money, though. Like, I didn't go bankrupt. For
Well, of course you didn't go bankrupt because you had like shit ton to take in Genoa and Champagne.
Yeah. Also because, yeah, to kill the separatists and then break the country, right? These things. That's the plan.
What? Yeah, the separatists. Remember that you have the disaster, so you need to be at.
Wait, what disaster?
Yeah, the current countries. So you need you need the absolutism at the right thing when it pops. I don't know like how much time you have left for it. But just make sure that you're always above 50. Yeah.
Above 50 legitimacy. Above 50 absolute.
Absolutism.
Yeah. I think I'm going bankrupt pretty soon. I've taken 10 corruption already.
Caramello, you need to guarantee Varia.
Hey, Poland, how about we are like.
I forget to tell you that, but yeah. Caramel, can you, because like this Bavaria seceded from me, so you need to.
Wait. What was Bavaria?
Bavaria just seceded, you need to guarantee it. Well, I mean Byzantium did it, that's fine as well.
Okay,
But you did it. Like you need to do it because like I can't attack it
so
since
do
it's
you guys
seceded
want to
from me.
ally or something? Like I need help.
You want to ally?
Like the enemies of yesterday are different.
Yeah. Actually,
Like a relationship between us could be interesting considering that you have a big Russia right on your right. You know, I'm just saying, but.
why are people like sending me Diplo like now? Like in middle of the session, I'm randomly getting Diplo from people. Like what the fuck is this nonsense?
That's why EPP is the best.
No, I'm saying like from the perb. Like that makes no fucking sense. Like
yeah, like I have no Diplos playing randomly. Imagine. So who is going to enforce? No one anymore. Wait, I have questions about this. What the?
actually, Zayd, let's go to for another
on
channel.
chat so we can
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Let's go to Western Europe, I guess.
Yeah. So. Alright, we should just.
What the fuck is this game?
Dude, we
can't
should.
ally.
Like, the Central Power should ally in this game, like Switzerland,
Central Power
Poland,
should always ally, no matter
and Sweden, because obviously there's a massive Russia and a massive France, and those are the real threats here.
Yeah, so why did you fight?
Well, I mean, I had instructions to fight, so you know, or I thought like the instructions.
Expansion to me.
Yeah, yeah, like no one can ever ally in this game. Everyone has like just absurd.
Really, really good. Like,
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that clearly is sucking them in this game.
Because right now we can't. Like, it's not that we can't ally right now. It's we can't ally ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to take 10 or 30 years. Like, it's going to take for fucking ever for this to go away. So I suppose I break my country to separate to particulars, right?
Particular. I mean, no, you're not bankrupt. No. You're just stabbing up at this point. You're not. It's not worth it to let the rebels take over.
Like, I'm going bankrupt in few months.
Yeah. But you don't want to lose the rebels at this point. You just stab up. Mana efficiency is not worth it. Well, because first of all, you're going to lose your court and country disaster. Bad.
Oh, okay.
And you're gonna lose absolutism instead of gaining out. You don't want that.
I didn't know that.
But you will also like you don't want the autonomy and stuff at this point. You just stab up like you have excess admin. It's completely irrelevant.
Oh, I just bankrupt and then stab up like crazy. That means I kill the rebels now. Alright, thanks. You gave me such good idea.
I mean, you could if you have excess admin, you can even do it right now. Stabbing up the +3 so you don't go to 0. It's also important that you make sure that you have forts everywhere so that you don't devastate your country and you can dev. I have to put a merchant somewhere.
Alright, so let's talk for real. What would an alliance look like since we can't ally?
Oh, we can't fucking ally, so it's like a moot point.
Would it be like if Sweden attacks me, I attack you, attack Sweden too, or if Sweden attacks you, I attack him, something like that? Would this work?
Oh, you should mostly just stop hostilities between our two countries.
Yeah, it's easy to say, but I think can you send me like 600 ducats?
Also, if you have a truce, over like Austria and stuff.
I can't.
Also, Susuni, the reason why I'm upgrading the trade centers is because they only downgrade one level, so... Okay, actually these two made no sense, but... You can at least get them to, like...
Alright, bankruptcy, my dude, bankruptcy.
Level 2. What else can I do with my... Any suggestions?
I done with my cause before.
Oh, I can do.
I'm still losing money.
Oh. Well, stop paying down your corruption.
I'm not paying down my corruption. I just have shitty income. I could remove the state edicts, I guess.
Yes, should. Alright. Do I have court and country? It's bad, actually. I got loans from it. Nice AI.
Bunch of rebels. Shake my head. So, do you know if Sweden is going to attack me soon?
I have no clue. Actually.
if he attacks me, I'm just going to leave. Like, I have no point in playing this shit game.
Alright. Oof. Insulting. God, this trade is. Yeah.
Fucking dumbass, though. Yeah, I'm a fucking dumbass.
Or. True.
Fuck you. Still better than you, I got you. I won one more war against you.
Yeah, well, I just
Never
put
won.
the. I just put.
You never
I
won
actually won that war. Yikes.
You
I mean,
never
but
won a
but
war
like now that I
against
look at the other side, like it's just absurd. Like
You
these
never
people were
won.
clowning around so much. Like Poland did not have policies on. Russia had no cannon stacks present, like no vanguard.
You didn't.
And France, for
Believe
some
me.
like reason, still only now could take the tech. Like this is absurd.
You never won against me,
Yeah, yeah.
except on that Russia game. Yeah, I have to
Single
admit,
game against you, you
destroyed me on
nerd.
that Russia game.
Alright, what do I do with my thing? I guess I'll also stab up. I still have 2.
Wait, are you going to go bankrupt? Are you
Sure,
going
I'm
bankrupt?
loyal. Sure, I'm.
What the fuck? Why did Poland get into this war? Like, this is so stupid. Even if you win, alright, let's suppose that Poland and France win and destroy Switzerland. Then Russia and France will just attack Poland. Like, what the fuck? It's clearly one of the worst countries I've ever played.
What? No, I actually set it up really nice for the war.
Yeah, for the war, but not for peace.
Oh.
Like, overall, it's a shit country. Like, not by your fault, but like, look at these borders. It's.
Oh yeah,
so
in terms of
unorganized.
that, yeah.
Like in terms of trade and everything, this is.
Yeah, of
This
course,
is
but
terrible.
like I still did what I could on that kind. Yeah.
Obviously. Still, I'm not saying that against you, dude. I'm just saying this is. I don't understand why he went for the Wien trade node instead of going for the Rhineland trade node. This makes no sense. Why did he do that?
Instead of the Rhineland.
Like,
Well, they were just wars, and they were just a weird position.
He should have gone for Saxony, not go for.
It's just weird because I was expecting Swiss and Poland to ally. It just made so much sense to me that they would band together and fight France and Russia. But I guess they didn't. That's how it goes. Alright. Which boy you now?
Now that this is this massive Byzantium just looming over.
For some reason I'm a fucking admin. How about no? Is that what you do? So
yes. Wait, I'm not a republic? What the fuck? Hi.
You were, but then when I came on along, Brandon. I not by any fault of mine, by the way.
Why am I not allied to Byzantium? How did they get into the war?
Byzantium, I guess a forced peace or something.
Yeah, because they have.
Or great power intervenes.
I literally have no allies. What the fuck? I need allies.
Yeah, I'm guessing Sweden will be back here. That's sad. Sad pandas.
I literally can't ally anyone.
Yeah. I mean, how much do we have? 800. I mean, surely you can. Maybe you can ally Russia. Like that's you should want to diplo with, honestly. Like,
Yeah, we have.
well, I shouldn't give you tips because yeah, this is Russia is the person you want, and that's the alliance that makes more sense from a dynamic power balance as well.
Hey Majid, you're literally the only country in the world I can ally right now because I have some aggressive expansion with everyone else, and Sweden is going to attack me. So you want to ally me to attack Sweden, right?
Is everyone?
This is logic. Tell him distinct. Here.
If you're on your own with your diplo, I'm gonna go with my alliance channel. Good guy channel.
No, you said that this was good for him to ally me. What the fuck?
Yeah. You need to do your own convincing.
Alright. Listen to me, Stormbreaker. I am a great swell.
Well.
Лупа 30 дукатов собираем. Ну да, давай посчитаем.
So, distinct, will you be in the next war with Switzerland?
Well, looks like Sweden's gonna attack Switzerland, so...
Yeah, I heard about that. Guess, like, looks like everyone wants to attack Switzerland.
Да, кроме если мы Швецию будем летать скоро. Ой, типа когда там будет.
Ну, я понял.
Only there was like a good way to put on edicts.
Если что, я прямо сейчас съедаю Норвегию.
В смысле, вассалишь?
Да, вассалю. И это такой тоже жирный намек. Вообще не знаю, въебаться одновременно на Византию и на Швецию. Это такая себе затея.
Ну все равно в союзе какая разница.
Кто они?
Ну, Византия и Швеция.
А, да, действительно.
Но будет очень странно, если... Ну, у него нет доступа просто туда, понимаешь? Не будет. Конечно, тебе стоит поставить какой-то флот в Гибралтару.
Makes sense, if the perm didn't do any diplo, we're just gonna die. But
I have too many rebels. I'm going to have to break the country.
why do you come tell me this? Like,
I need your advice.
how do you need my advice? It's easy to break your country. If you want to break your country, break your country. But like, it should never be a problem to deal with rebels at this point in the game. No, I told you that I think it's better not to break.
But there are 300k of them.
You have cannons and they don't. Like, better general.
Actually, they have cannons.
Yeah, but it's irrelevant. Like, they don't have a full backline of cannons. You don't even need, even when you're bankrupt, you don't need to pay 1 month of maintenance to deal with rebels because you attack them at the start of the month. You put maintenance on maximum. Your moral kills them, and then you can re-put your moral on minimum, and there you go.
Alright, pro distinct.
But maybe with the bankruptcy, you don't want to take that chance.
No, I'm not taking that chance.
That's how you should do it.
Right. Bavaria is dying to Polish separatists, so
Mhm.
Poland is going to get Bavaria back.
Very unfortunate.
No, the Polish separatists are losing to Bavaria.
But
oh, they're winning. No, they're losing back. Wait, it's 0.55 to 0.30. Yeah, they won again.
alright, let's look at this country.
Oh, they won. Congratulations, Bavaria is going back.
Тортик, ты не представляешь, пришел момент на минус 20 лояльности бургеров.
What the fuck did you
А у меня
just say?
милитари реформа.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Two
siège dans un serveur anglais, c'est terrible, je trouve. Hein.
Robber barons.
Okay. Commandante, you fucking traitorous bastard, send me money. Pourquoi tu me dis oui c'est pas cool.
Ah,
Tu parles
cool.
en russe, je parle français, c'est normal.
Ну так пойдем, я жду.
Like, what the fuck is this language though?
Hello.
Oh wait, that's England? Oh. Promised me money, that counts.
Well.
What? Why am I can't? Yeah. Yeah, Sweden is massing at my border.
Unfortunate.
Sad.
Dead.
Can you attack them? Like when they attack me?
I'm bankrupt, so that's not happening.
Oh, come on. Come on, bro. You're not bankrupt, you're lying to me.
I am bankrupt. Actually, it's fine. Easily win bankrupt. No, get people to ally you like.
Like, doesn't want to.
How can I say that?
Like, I'm the god of Diplo, but I can't get him to ally me, what the fuck?
Of course.
You know I'm the god of Diplo, come on, Jin. You know I'm the best at Diplo in this game.
Clearly. Never seen.
Doubt me?
What the fuck? It's
How
still.
dare you. Wait, what the fuck? Who did Bavaria go to?
How are they so fucking.
Why is Bavaria a vassal of Byzantium? God damn.
Right click on.
Alright, distinct. This is time for you to attack Sweden for me, alright? I know you can do it. You do it, alright? I just watch. Deal? Deal. Let's do this. Yeah, you think so. Trust me. I know how you think these things. I know. I have cannons on the front line though, that's really bad.
Yeah. Good idea.
It's not my fault. Why is my manpower recovery so low? Even bankruptcy is so shit. What the fuck?
What? You're in bankruptcy, of course it's slow.
Yeah, but even in bankruptcy it's slow. Like compared to other games where I had good manpower recovery.
Never had good manpower.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I
Like
don't
Russia
know.
had 28k recovery speed. No, it didn't.
It
Lying.
wasn't even close.
Oh shit, 15 or 16k. But this was vanilla. I didn't have EU4. So it was decent.
But Prussia should have had like 25k at the very least.
Still won.
So yeah, at least your alliance did decent during the fights.
What?
So yeah, at least you can be happy. Like, I said I would congratulate you if you did win.
Wait. Oh yeah. Well, that was close though. It was really fucking close.
Not
I don't
really.
know how much stab he had stored because fucking hell. How do I end up this court and country shitty thing?
It's just 10 years and you need to be all out of rebel.
Well,
Yes, they keep spawning. You don't need to like rush to kill rebels, you know. Wait for your bankruptcy to be over, especially if they attack you. The country's not breaking to rebels.
no, but they're taking forts, so I need to stop at least those taking the forts, right? When is my bankruptcy over? 64. 3 more years.
Yeah, Serenade it would be the current tier. And Zaid, of course, third.
Me third?
Sure, why not?
I thought I was last.
Why not bringing the midgets?
Why not? I really thought I was the worst player, you know?
No, I asked you to sub like Swiss like fairly early in my list. You know, I have my subbing hierarchy where I go down. You were actually fairly high in it, so you should be happy.
I was the last one you asked, I'm sure. You lied.
No, that's not true. Like I don't lie to make you feel good. Because I don't care about your feelings, yes?
This is so like this thing. Oh my god. I'm also
But no, you've improved a lot, say. I like.
I
No.
am a pro now. I am the best
Yeah.
player.
Well, I mean, I guess, relatively speaking to like 99.5% of all other players, probably at this point.
Relatively speaking to my shittiness.
Yeah, like relatively to speaking to the people who are posting on the forums, reading about the Smirks and Ottoman being too small. Distinct as a psychopath. Wow. Yikes. How good is the walrus compared to ducks? What do you think, Zaid? How good is the walrus compared to ducks?
The what?
The walrus compared to ducks.
Is that like some Chinese bullshit?
Jesus fucking Christ. Sword? How good is sword compared to ducks?
Oh, I guess sword is a bit better than dogs.
You think so? Why?
I mean, dogs.
I mean, you've never. Wow. Oof. Oof.
Nah,
but,
I'm kidding. No,
but so is sword though.
Like, I saw.
Oof.
It's just that in country building, sword is better.
Yeah.
I remember like checking. I subbed for Catalonia or something, and I just destroyed Doug's country that he had built because it was really badly built.
Yeah.
Sword is pretty good at building a country. He's not good at Diplo though, because he's betraying a lot of people without a lot of like it's not worth it most of the time. He just betrays people randomly. And
it's like, true. It's true, Sword.
Like,
it's actually true, Sword. You do like your Diplo doesn't make much sense, and this is coming from Zaid's. Zaid's Diplo doesn't make much sense either.
What? My Diplo always makes sense.
Yeah. I think mostly.
Like it depends what my goals are.
What?
But no, my Diplo is based on the fact that I don't betray people.
Oh. There you go. People are already quoting you. Doesn't betray people randomly. Zaid 2019.
I never betray people.
I agree. I don't think your Diplo is bad. It's just it's over eager. Like you over Diplo, and those people kind of dislike that. But in like your Diplo isn't bad. Like it's not. If you just cut it down a little bit, I think it'd be like better.
I've never actually, yeah. I've never betrayed anyone though.
Because I always keep getting where are my rebels gonna spawn?
I think this is the end of my country.
You think so?
Well, my country.
Oof. I mean, you're not dead. Like
look who's joining.
Who's joining? Oh,
My dude, Russia!
very nice.
Alright,
Peace clap. Well, you did it. Diplosate strikes again.
Lamau.
Well, maybe you should be in chat with them.
Oh yeah, that's true. I see you, mate.
Yeah, let's see. Well. Russian-Swiss alliance.
Well, that was kind of expected since Sweden wanted to kill Russia all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes so much more sense. Or it's at least it's much better for the game health because this France-Russian alliance is much too strong.
Well, kinda, yeah, but I still lost, so.
Oh, that's because, I'm decent.
And I made so many mistakes.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes as well. But I was a bit annoyed, like, the fucking Swiss perm was like, oh, you made so many mistakes. I'm like,
No,
dude.
I mean, listen, your mistakes were like, you forgot and lost like 20 professionalism. It doesn't matter much. Like, it's manpower. And my mistake.
No. That's the thing is, he actually told me to not, he wanted me to preserve the professionalism.
Yeah,
But that's so dumb. Like, it's so bad. Like, I couldn't merc spam at the start, so I couldn't push you. And after that initial fight, I tried doing his thing, and I was like, okay, so now I shift consolidate and let my guys reinforce. But that means I have like half of my army strength effectively until I reinforce fully. But that takes way too long because you were just coming over and assaulting. I was like, well, I guess I can't do anything because I'm at half army strength. So that was a very frustrating. But I mean, I could have like focused on Poland. I could have tried that, but I don't think. Guess what? I am bankrupt. Okay, I cannot.
No, I don't care. Don't help me. It's fine. Like Russia is saving my ass.
Well, I mean
should
that.
I just wait to slack recruitment until the end of the bankruptcy to recruit
Of
them?
course,
Fine.
of course. What are you slackening during your bankruptcy? That doesn't make any sense.
I know, but like I don't have a front line right now. I probably shouldn't.
You can't fight right now. You're just gonna die to Sweden. Like.
Yes, I should just stand back.
Though you can see the Sweden doing weird stuff without a general.
Like I don't know why he's attacking me.
He's on your fort. He's on your fort. He doesn't have a general. But actually, if you have an army right there with moral, you can go in because if you have a 6/6 general, it's not gonna lose. But
nah, I can't. I don't think so. He's sending like 70.
By the way, like this Russia could get wiped so fucking easily. Okay, there you go. He makes a second cannon stack. Thank God.
Subs. Yes. Swiss Jumpo player.
Alright.
Kirei.
Is Kirei. Very nice Kirei.
Very nice. Very, very good. Alright, just let me put some edicts then, if I have money for that.
No, why are you putting edicts right now? Just save your fucking money. Do nothing. You're not gonna lose a war by then. Yeah, okay. But later on, and then once you got out of the disaster, once you're out of your bankruptcy, put your manpower edicts on and you sack him. Pretty simple.
Like, I need to get rid of a lot of rebels before the end of disaster though. Like, this Russia is saving me, so it's fine, I guess. I don't know why Sweden is focusing on me. He's not even assaulting the forts. Oh my god, this is so bad.
It's it's Cirques, okay? It's Cirques. Like, what do you expect?
I mean, I know it's Cirques.
When do you think Susuni will become a top player? He already is top player.
Like Susuni is unironically the best player I know.
Oh my lord, I got a 151.
Listen, can you send royal marriage to me? Otherwise, our alliance.
Thanks, Russia. You're the best. I'm giving you 100% of the war score.
Yeah, accept it. Yeah. Good observation.
Good Russia. Very good Russia. Good boy. I'm kidding.
God damn, this guy is so terrible.
Who, me?
No, my guy who became my king.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Russia, he's going to you. He's leaving me alone now. He's attacking you. Like his troops are retreating, so I'm going to siege back my stuff.
It's Alan to
Oh,
Byzantium though.
he's force march. He's force marching an army that has no general. It is full infantry.
Why are you shaming him, Zayd? Okay, you're forgetting that like 6 months ago
I was a god, and I'm still.
you were like so bad. All right, and
I
if you
wasn't
remember,
bad,
we
great.
played that World War scenario not even like 3 months ago,
Oh, yeah.
and you were on Prussia, and you were completely lost the war single-handedly
I'm still shit
to
against
my
Spartans.
Rajputs. Or
Yeah,
or go
that
back.
Scenario, dude, my allies were fucking retarded, and you know that.
Yeah, that's true, but still, you did not great either. But just consider like you're Great Britain versus my Swastia, like.
I was very proud of what happened in this war. Like I actually.
You did nothing. You completely failed strategically. Like you cannot lose that war because I'm bankrupting so quickly. You're just sitting there. And then I just like bluffed. I was like, yeah, I'm getting 80%, bro. And then so you're gonna lose more. So just give me 25% right now. No, because by the time I have 80%, I'm bankrupt.
You wouldn't be like I would stay on my island and flip off. You know. It's one more year.
Alright,
I have to admit that I got wrecked by you, but next war we fight, I win, no problem. Just like the other times I beat you, easy peasy.
Okay, well, Stormbreaker, we doing okay now. Made Vanguard, so that's nice.
Very good positioning of the troops of Stormbreaker, by the way. Very nice. But you won't be able to reinforce in Tukola if he attacks you in Tukola and Marienburg.
Yeah, no, actually, Stormbreaker, you need to, you pass through the river. I mean, you have more maneuvers, so it won't matter, but, it could theoretically matter.
Yeah, you need to go to Danzig first and then to Tukola.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you take the -1.
Well, actually, maybe he did. I don't.
No, I think he went directly. His reinforcements are well positioned now, so it's fine.
You need to reinforce that ASAP. Yeah.
Holy shit, the moral difference, what the fuck? How is Sweden outmoraled by Russia? What the fuck?
Sweden is not a moral country. Why are you saying it's abnormal? Of course Sweden is getting outmoraled.
Well, I remember that you had 1.7 moral on me and 10% discipline more than me.
Yeah, but I had events. I had a law event, I had advisor events.
Wait, why is
Oh,
what the fuck?
He accidentally did it, that's definitely. Who?
Oh no, yeah. Well,
stay. Stormbreaker messed that up.
Just one more month, 1 more year, and I'm out of bankruptcy. It should be better then. Don't forget to put your troops in force march, because he has all of his armies in force march too. I'm done a bit earlier than you.
It's great.
It's great.
What you're saying is I'm gonna attack you.
No. No, no, no. No.
Join my ally Sweden in this war?
Bad distinct.
Just have to ask.
Wait, do you want to join the war against him? Yeah, attack Sweden.
I'm gonna do that.
The bankruptcy is soon done. 1 more year and I can come and destroy this fucker. Right. Let's tell JB. Alright, do you want to... Let's do some more...
It's bad, man. Being Cena.
This Great Britain is really bad compared to mine. Shake my head.
Push the talk so that I can. Oh, Jones working Saturday, so can't join a Saturday game. Yeah, that was absolutely terrible by Stormbreaker. It's just horrible.
Soon is that guy going to go bankrupt though?
But yeah, no, actually, I think it's even worse than Yu Susuni, if I'm being honest.
Who is this? Oh, is this Circus?
Oh yeah, you also did
Fuck,
good
I
job
thought you were
recruiting. Tell Circus to focus with he can't fight Russia. No, we can't fight Russia because even Circus is better than the Russia apparently. Malcolm, what do you want me to do? Honestly, like, what are you suggesting I do? Like, I think Sweden and me, especially if I coach him in the war, like we can win versus Russia and Swiss. But I don't know. So attack here. Who's fast?
Come on, Russia. You just need to hold on a bit more. I should soon be out of bankruptcy.
Then again, I can just jump on the corpse of Sweden. That's also possible.
What's the combat with distinct?
It's 90, it's 50.
The assault, Zita, Upita.
For life.
Distinct, can you send it?
Hey, Caramelo, by the way.
No, because I probably.
Caramelo, you're here, right?
Yeah, but that is fine. Next month is fine.
In name of
what? No!
In the name of our great friendship, how about?
I had a guy upgrade. Oh no, it was on your side. Yeah.
So Zaid, what were you telling?
Yeah, I was thinking. Do you want to sign a non-aggression pact? So this way you don't kill me, and I don't kill you in my righteous anger.
Not really, actually. Like I have nothing to.
Like you could attack Byzantium, and
yeah, upgrade relation.
I won't do anything. Like I don't care.
Because you're bankrupt, yeah.
Upgrade relations with me.
2 months anymore. What I'm saying is that I'm aligning.
That's really unlucky. 1-1-2.
I'm allied with Russia against Sweden. So I'm even willing to give you back your cores if you. I don't know actually. Is that in my state? Yeah, it's my state, so I'm not willing to give them back. But I'm willing not to take more.
Well, actually, I'd like to get a bit more from you.
From me? Why? What? Why? All right. We'll
Your land is good, really good.
Oh my god, you're such a fucking bitch.
Alright, so anyway, what were we talking about?
When is my bankruptcy over?
We need proper MMA, boys. Keep asking me questions.
Perfect.
Well,
I guess I have to kill France now.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to Sus playing England, actually. I think that should be a good experience.
Wait, aren't you bankrupt too? Yeah, you were bankrupt. Fucking cunt. You need to engage, dude. Russia, yeah, you need to engage. Wait, did actually France go bankrupt? I'm wondering now.
Well, you can't.
What?
You can just check.
Yeah, sure. I was bankrupt.
Yeah, you're still bankrupt. Fuck you.
Should just declare war on France right now.
Yeah,
the time.
I'm really bankrupt.
He's going to join the Sweden war, and then I'm going to pound the shit out of him. I know Caramello. Oh,
yeah, he doesn't have loans.
Wait, what?
This battle.
Yeah, you're winning this.
Russia.
Easy.
Oh.
send those motherfuckers back to the sea, my dude. So I can't get out of Carlton County.
Hello,
I
Sartak.
have to stay in
Am I
Carlton
gonna buy
County. So
Imperator?
sad.
Probably. I'm probably gonna stream it. Like, we're gonna have a multiplayer game fairly quickly. It's coming out in like, what, 2 weeks or something? I think we're gonna have basically a game instantly going in Monkey Jungle.
Alright, 2 more months.
I mean,
and my
competitive
episode's
between
over,
quote
we can
marks,
start
except no one
talking.
knows what
Alright.
stuff to do or how to play. But until the death of this king, who's gone in 4 fucking years, no, I don't think so. No possibility though.
Oh, you're actually destroying him. Well,
I'll take that. Nice, actually.
good Russia. Big good Russia.
Oh, I got no fucking income whatsoever. Oh well. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun with Imperator for a while. Probably gonna have like a chill league where we just discover the game and then. Where's my favorite country to play in general? In vanilla, it's Russia. I love playing in the Russia region. I mean, the meme is I always play Swasha, which is Sweden, into Russia because you get the modifiers from Sweden, 50% mercs, best modifier in the game.
Alright,
And then you always play Russia because Russia is. I mean, it's one of the best countries in the game IDs wise. Is by far the best country in the game geography wise. People let you expand a lot, and then you can dev everything because all the countries is like low dev. So you dev everything to 8210 or 9110 or 2810, 1910. You get a lot of manpower. I really like getting high manpower recovery. It's sort of my goal in every campaign. Get as much manpower recovery as possible.
I'll be able to kill Syracuse now.
So I like playing in this region. It's also good for warfare, like this part of the world is fun for warfare. This part is also okay. And the rest in vanilla is unplayable, in my opinion. Like, you can have good countries, but you're never competitive with Europe. So, whereas this region is where all the relevant countries are. You have Poland, you have Prussia, you have Russia, you have Sweden. The only country that's relevant outside of this region is France and Burgundy, if there's a Burgundy. Well, presumably I need admins here. Oh yeah, it's second.
Yeah, you can attack Russia. He's all over.
Actually, they still have some.
Hey, fuck you, France. Alright, we counter espionage. Like, you're not supposed to be mean. Like, we're friends, dude. Alright.
Devastation here.
I don't know what that dude is going though.
That edict isn't too bad. I kind of like. Purple said that I should put it on, like make it available for every country in the mod. I don't think that's a bad suggestion. H. Especially if I further rework the forts to so people have less forts, then you can't put them. Has better IDs. Is Spain somewhat okay? Well, Spain is very strong now. It has some of the best IDs in the game. It still has like secondary IDs to, or it's still going to be a secondary power to a Burgundy or a Russia and a Prussia, obviously, but it's definitely strong. The problem is I don't like the region. I don't like playing in Spain and Iberia. Like, I don't like the starting sort of thing where you're sort of forced to ally with everyone or die to France, and I don't like the constant raiding by the Maghrebians, because that kills all of your.
Wait, I have no actually what the terrain is.
That kills all of your prosperity at the start. Like, that's so obnoxious.
Alright. Woods and rivers.
But it is a very strong country, no doubt. It's much better now than it used to be. it was always a decent country, 15% moral, 5% discipline. That makes it like a solid B tier country, or even A tier country. Yeah, A tier country. But I don't know. It's not particularly exciting, and it's too far away. You don't have enough provinces. Like you can get a lot of provinces here, but sure they're just easy in single player. Oh, here's I should wait for them. I hear though.
Like, I don't know why Circus is not attacking me. Like, the longer he waits, the more I'm recruiting troops. Like, what the fuck?
Circus, like what? You're expecting top tier quality?
Вышел.
А шо?
Defender или что?
Ну, в войну я зашел, но очевидно я не в...
Не, ну это, в смысле, ты по Defender зашел?
Не, у меня союз с ним был. Ну, я войну его смотрел. Там же война сейчас
окей,
идет.
окей, окей. Ну окей, я просто окей.
Like, Circus, if you're listening to the stream of this, you should have attacked my troops a long time ago when I didn't have.
Oof, actually bragging.
Now it's too late. It's so stupid.
Still bad. That's gonna cost me a lot of money. Would have been worth it if I had gotten instantly a good group.
Russia, can you go siege down? Like, can you?
It's also
like, assault on some things?
fabricate on this guy.
Try to attack Hasingard and Stockholm and go from the north.
Ooh, what do you think you're gonna play since it's Europe
Great Britain attack.
and surroundings only? I mean, that depends if we get more players or not.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a bit sad. You make EU board finally be able to play in the rest of the world, and then we're playing in Europe only. I guess if we're playing Europe only, then I go play the same countries as I always do. I guess I could play Morocco, I guess. I could be something. I could go play Morocco. Or I could do Mamluks, like I don't typically do Mamluks. Could do Italy or something in Hanover. Or me, I could do France or Great Britain. I will see, whatever. I'll see what's available. Yeah, well, Morocco. I don't particularly like the formables in the EU board. I mean, I made them, but like they're not sort of my playstyle. The Iberian formables that I made in EU board. So even though Morocco is a very nice region geographically in the mods, and it has that permanent 2.5% discipline, I don't know. I'm not feeling like forming Andalusia. Yeah, I changed Andalusia. I changed Spain as well. I changed Portugal. I guess I could do Portugal. Like I could retry Portugal.
Yeah.
348. I have like a scientific revolution. Oh, but that's the innovativeness. But maybe add a per modifier, then it could be worth it. Like this country needs so much care. But I need to actually start with these bad boys. Actually, where I'm gonna dev. The question is, Like, yeah, take forever, have prosperity anywhere. I guess this is the place like we're gonna be having.
Can you join our chat for a bit?
Who was that?
That was
Russian
okay.
here. Need to put universities.
So what's the plan? Right, where is 6?
Why are you laughing, Sasuni? On Texas. Well, Texas is okay, but it's not that. Could do Bordeaux and EPP. Not Bordeaux. Burgundy. Or I could do Turkey, actually. Like, Turkey is legit in the mod. Like, it actually has late game potential. It's not ideal, but it's a decent country.
Stormbreaker?
Or I could do Muscovy. I've never played Muscovy, actually.
Go
Like,
and
my
play
5 years of multiplier. I've never once played
after you
Muscovy.
take Tuchona?
Like, I always play in the region, but then I would
Just
again be in that same region, so that's the
you're like
downside.
now,
But
so
it's a very strong country.
more or less an army.
Guaranteed relevance. Is this happening in January?
Okay.
So can I? In January. Ooh. So, Surkeys.
Yes.
Things are not looking so good for you.
No, they're not. I was just told to roach it out because GB's doubted me.
GB what? Doubting?
GB, yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wait, you're allied to France now?
Yes.
Oh! Carmelo is in this war.
Yes.
I was considering maybe helping you or declaring war on you. Hmm. I don't know. Like, he's both at war, like, this doesn't make sense.
Declared his own war on Switzerland.
It's like, I mean, I am out of my bankruptcy. I don't think we not beating this time. Miss Burgundy, the start wars versus France were, I guess. You should do it yourself, sis. I should France and you should Burgundy. Very nice fair wars. 1v1 wars. Alright, unfortunately it looks like too late for me to join things, so good luck to you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need it. I'm just gonna uncon to England if he starts fighting my troops. I took max loans already, so.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, I can easily fight Swiss. Yeah. Like, he's being attacked by France as well.
Wait, where is?
Hang on. Well. Is there no Zaid anywhere in the chat?
I thought we will go to like 10 different.
Like I can't win. Like look at the motherfuckers that attack me. Like everybody is fucking attacking me here.
Well, yeah, like that's the reason we attacked you because like we had chances to win this pretty easily.
Like,
Hmm?
so I'm asking you, Caramello, what do you want from this one?
I want like my
Давай
my
все сепаратные все-таки.
Send me the peace offer. Send me the peace offer, and I'll just kill Sweden right after.
Ты вообще швейцарец прошел.
Ну да. Я говорю, ну, может быть.
Я думал, ты швед напишет.
Like, talk English, motherfucker. And then send the...
Sorry, man. Sorry, okay. Relax, chill.
Ou alors j'ai commencé à parler français tout le temps, vous allez rien comprendre et puis...
Oh.
Let's try it.
Pourquoi tu veux pas que je parle français, toi? Alright, so, send the peace offer.
Yeah, I'm clicking like as hard as I can.
Actually, why would I... Actually, I don't need to send you anything. Russia is killing Sweden, so I can just fight you now. Alright. Never mind, it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, Sweden is dead.
Still, so many fucking troops in France.
You can't fight France.
Nah, I can't.
Turkic. Let's go.
Oh, you have a 6-6 general, though. Alright, send me the peace offer, dude.
But you said you can fight me.
No, I can't. Like,
Zaid is an idiot who rambles. Like, he doesn't make any sense. Also, why are you allied to Sweden?
Like this, because he's a fucking traitorous bastard. That's why. Both of them.
I mean, I could theoretically attack Sweden.
Yeah, then do it.
I like Sweden, like to watch this because like, to watch what's happening. That's
right. Send the peace offer, dude. Oh my god.
Okay. Like I don't have absolutism now to send that. Now
Alright,
I need
you know what?
to make another one.
So wait, you want more than 100%? Alright, fuck you, I'm fighting this shit. Fuck this shit, let's just do it the old good way.
Something's pretty strong. Zaid's not looking for you.
I have to do this like that, I guess.
Yes, let's do this the old-fashioned way, he said.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way, unconditional. Alright, can we behave like gentlemen and not snake? Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's a bit snake.
That's a little.
What did you take? I don't see. Oh, that motherfucker got me in two. Wait, so you want all the things south? Oh, what a motherfucker. Byzantium allied France. So Byzantium, you're also a fucker. Where is? Let me check.
He is. Are you even like lost here? Yes, typical Zaid. Alright, let's fight. Sees the French army, he's like, okay, that's not happening.
So, are you going to attack Sweden too?
Maybe, not right now. Like, I don't know what Byzantium is gonna do.
Yeah, Sweden looks pretty. I don't know. He can actually just like, could have just gave up to Great Britain and fought Switzerland with Russia.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not winning that. Even if I join, I don't think. I mean, we could. I mean, I guess I can. But country's so weak, Poland.
I gotta say though, like the lack of honor and the fucking ridiculousness of this fucking Diplo in this fucking game is crazy.
Yeah,
Kill
that's
all
how it is.
motherfuckers. Why did you make me come to sub this shit distinct?
What?
For fuck's sake, like I just want to leave now. There's no point in playing that bullshit.
I mean, you're still a fine country. Okay, you're not a fine country,
No,
but
it's
you're like.
fucking trash. Like, come on.
Yes, because I know it's an like unplayable country because of
Like,
just that little link.
Dude,
This thing like here.
I can't defend anything because there is this fucking strait in the middle of
In the middle, yes, and you can't recruit.
There is literally one
You know what was funny is Fish was like, "Oh, you should attack Poland," but I'm like, "Well, no, because then Caramello just instantly assaults Nassau and the war is done because I can recruit troops."
I can't recruit troops anywhere if France attacks me at the same time as someone in the east. Like, this is ridiculous.
Cannot really recruit this, but you can win this fight. You war versus Sweden. Like, you're not dead.
What's the point? I'm going to die in the next French war. Like,
no, not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
Oh,
no one wants to fight France. Like fucking Cameroon, fucking Byzantium.
Well, that's unfortunate.
France, like they're just going to kill you later. Like what?
Wow, that's very possible.
The Diplo in this game, I don't know how it got to this point, but this is fucking crap. That's not how you play EU.
I mean, there's no real Diplo possible because Switzerland like simply cannot ally anyone, you know, like so like that is impossible, right? But like I think like the big problem of this game is that people killed me Tuscany in this fucking game, and thus France grew when I was the counter to France.
You were the center of the game, always. I know that.
But it's true. Like I needed to live to counter France, and instead everyone just jumped on me, and then the game balance is fucked.
Can't understand you. It's true.
Thank you, Zaid. Very wholesome. Very wholesome.
Always wholesome. Wait, how is Russia losing to this Sweden? Like, what the fuck?
Well, help them. He's your ally. It's actually
because I was fucking fighting fucking France.
You wasted too much time. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, I should have. Wait, I should have pissed before. I should have surrendered.
But you disagree with my assessment, Sword? I think this was very correct assessment.
Like, I think Sword is a better player than Distinct to be. Wow. Indeed, wow.
Not convinced. I saw last word of Sword. Yeah, like people are making fun that I made mistakes when I played like with 4 million men. But you know, people make their mistakes when they have 300k. So, crikey, clap, clap, clap! Everyone clap for crikey. Welcome to the stream.
Fucking Sweden.
Follow me until the stream ends. Wow, such a diehard fan. Of course, I notice you. How could I not notice you? I actually have like a crikey radar and monitor. Whenever crikey pops in my chat, I have like a crikey counter, and then I put what do you call that when you edge like a line in your wall or something to keep count?
Yeah, you count.
Not a counter. It's not a counter. There's a word for that.
Ah, shit. Like, the layout of this country, like, there's nothing to defend. You can't defend anything. It's crazy.
Oh, crazy.
Kill me now. Please kill me now.
Let's look at. There we go. That's what we see. Get an event. Alright, do we wanna trick over? You think, Said?
I think you should go to hell and attack Sweden, dude. Like right now. Attack him.
Well, then he's allied to France and allied to Byzantium. Like,
France is not going to join. He's a nice guy. He loves you.
It's not because he's a nice guy or that he loves me. That first of all, like, it's not confirmed that these things are true. Second of all, that doesn't mean that he won't attack me.
Like, send me subsidies then. I am more like
Oh Jesus! Our alliance broke again.
what alliance broke again?
It's because of the monarchy. Every time my monarch dies, it's who are his rivals? Switzerland.
Oh, fuck you.
I can't Cornfell insult you for.
It's impossible to recruit. Like I don't have enough phones to recruit shit. What the fuck is this? Why is Russia not doing anything anymore? Oh my god.
Oh man, it's actually pretty funny. Like if you consider the war last session, and now that I look at the other sides of it,
This is hopeless.
it's
Like,
just
I'm leaving after this
hilarious.
war.
Don't fucking leave. Like you're not actually losing. Like look at the Sweden. He has nothing. Like
I'm not winning either. I like to win.
but like what kind of random fights are you taking? Where's your discipline?
I don't know. I don't know where is anything. I have everything up, alright? I have religion, I have the icons, I have everything. Everything.
Oh, does he have like the 10% of it? He doesn't. Clearly, you're missing something.
What am I missing? Tell me.
Well, do you have the advisor? Okay, now you have. Now you have 5% more. You didn't have the fucking icon. See?
Yes, I have the icon.
And now you have the icon.
I had it before, you know. No, I didn't. Shut up.
You're fucking look at this loser. He's like, oh, I'm a very good player, but
fuck you. Like I don't give a shit.
I have everything on. I have everything on. I have everything on.
Like, if you say that, I'm just going to leave. No.
Wow. Psychic unconditional to Great Britain.
Oh, Great Britain is going to fuck him off. Loans can I take more? I'm large. I can take so many more loans. Easy.
Of course.
Is it allowed to cheat the merc limit or not?
Something like.
Then I did nothing wrong.
Alright. Yeah, I also remember Japanese troops killing France. I also remember Mamluks attacking my poor Karakundu many times.
I have an exam tomorrow. I shouldn't be here.
Time to trash talk Austria in the podcast. Wow, that is not wholesome. That is not wholesome, swear. Podcast should not be a place of trash talking. It should be a place of celebration. Yes, I was subbing for Switzerland the other day. Or last week. But like I agreed to sub for Monkey Man like 1 month ago. Or even before that, so I just...
Did you know that he asked me to sub, like, Saturday?
Monkey Man this Saturday?
He asked me to sub him Saturday.
But I...
How are you guys doing?
Oh, shut up, you.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
hear you talk.
Wow.
Talk to me.
Jesus, so evil. So, Commandant... No, the Commandant is very nice. Okay, Commandant, let's ally.
Commandant is a fucking...
You and me.
Yes,
Let's upgrade relations, you know you want.
yeah.
I'm spying on you right now, I'll stop that.
Country is so bad. Like, I don't understand. I don't... Oh, and you announced me as rival. What a fucking traitor.
Like, I'm not going to attack you.
Like a fucking traitor. Shut up. Shake my head.
We should attack him, Commandante.
Yeah, attack me, motherfucker. I dare you. I double dare you.
Like, we really should attack him, though. Why wouldn't we attack him?
Yeah, attack me. Come on, do it like... God, can you?
You can have Venice, or Vienna, and take Rhine.
Why? Like, England didn't even take...
Miguchi.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this, please?
American Scandinavia. X.
Oh, this is so bad. It's actually...
That is pretty terrible. Yeah, not gonna
lie.
Why doesn't he take guys?
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, I'm just going to die so then I can go back to.
Fucking see, why you so like emo? That's why you're. This is why you're chaotic. Whatever alignment, or this is why on the EP school meme thing I put you in the emo squad. You know what I'm right to do.
Really? Really?
Yes, really.
Me in the emo squad. By
Yeah.
the way, this thing, how is the D&D game going?
The what?
D&D game. Are you ever
Oh, the D&D. Yes, of course. Very well, very well. No, it's fine. Like next month, I actually will have a lot of time,
So now
presumably.
we don't talk about the subjects I don't like. I don't talk about this anymore, right?
Oh, it's just like I am playing too much EU4 lately.
Sure.
Show you Congo, huh?
I have 0 manpower. I'm out of.
Say this lawful evil.
We'll be fine.
What?
Gee, probably Sword is. No, Zayd is not lawful evil, but Sword is lawful. Sword is lawful.
I'm not. What is my alignment then? Tell me.
Congo is very wholesome, played by.
This thing. Tell me what my alignment is. Tell me.
You're chaotic. That's pretty obvious.
Chaotic what? Like, come on.
Chaotic neutral, I guess.
Thank you. Alright, I can take that. Alright, I like it.
Chaotic neutral. But evil. When you think about it a bit more.
What? No. No, I'm a good boy. And why chaotic? I always keep my promises, so I need to be loyal. Like, this is necessary for me to be loyal. Oh shit. Don't look south.
I already seen it.
Don't. It doesn't exist.
It does exist, I'm very sorry.
No. I am improving relation with. Oh my god. I just want to go work now. Not wholesome game. I have to admit this was quite shitty. Next time you ask me to sub, I won't. TBH.
Wow. That is very not wholesome.
You are very not wholesome.
Very wholesome.
No, you're not. You're not.
Oh, I read.
No.
Yes, I read.
Nah. I don't even know what the forts are. There's probably a fort where I'm working. No idea. When is this? What? 2 more hours still? Oh my god. Like, I'm leaving halfway. Like, I need to work for my exams.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like, I'm not even memeing. I need to work for my exams too.
Why did you accept them?
Well, because you asked, like
you're winning this war. Like, stop crying already.
I'm not crying.
You should not have lost these rebels. It's a mistake. Like, you're winning the war, win the war, take over your provinces, and your country is not dead.
But it's not my country, so why would I give a shit? Like,
you're subbing. You accepted the sub, therefore you have the obligation to go on with it.
I can do whatever I want.
My full name is Social Security number. Well, actually, my full name is this thing. This is true. Why are you?
Because I know your real name.
My real name is distinct, though. So.
Oh, do you know where my troops are retreating? Distinct.
My
They're
land.
Going all the way around. Poland,
Stop losing battles.
And they're going to Berlin. Can you believe it? They're going all the way around to Berlin.
Can I believe it?
To Berlin.
Can I believe it? Yes, I can believe it. Okay.
You can believe it. Et te moque pas de mon accent quand même.
Alright.
Sinon je vais me foutre de ta gueule de ton accent belge. Merde et... Ouf.
Tu fais ce que tu veux. Quoi tu parles quoi toi? 2 langues? Oh.
Je parle français, allemand, espagnol et allemand.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Sauf
Deux
que t'as
fois
dit
allemand.
2 fois allemand. Tu te
Oui,
prends pour un
j'ai
con,
ta
quoi.
gueule.
Je
Ta
suis-
gueule. Ta gueule, wesh. T'as cru. Hey, Russia is doing something though. Gotta say. Impressive.
Mixed out.
Tu parles toi quoi comme langue?
Moi?
Allez, tu parles flamand, français, l'espèce de truc que vous appelez belge, mais qui en fait c'est juste une
C'est juste du
nuance
français.
entre l'allemand et le français.
Y a aucune différence avec le français.
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de la France qui possède la Flandre? On est d'accord, ça devrait appartenir à la France. Hein.
Non, les institutions belges sont meilleures que les institutions françaises, même si elles sont pas extraordinaires.
Ah, je suis d'accord. Faudrait faire une petite révolution là, pour se débarrasser de toutes les institutions françaises.
Sur ça, mais...
Là, je reviens en France bientôt en plus. Là, je vais arriver à Paris pile au moment des Gilets jaunes. Ça va être génial. Il m'a volé mes billes. Il m'a volé mon truc. Espèce de bâtard. C'est pas cool.
Very sad. Very sad.
C'est very sad, exact. C'est vraiment pas cool ici. Ouais.
Very sad. 6. Actually, I need to...
Alors on notera
Oh,
toutefois
but wait,
les
I...
magnifiques troupes françaises en Russie qui sont en train de marcher pour retraiter jusqu'à Berlin. Suisse. Putain d'inutile. C'est quoi, vas-y, attaque-moi.
Donc,
Je
no
me
one...
rends et tu récupères et je te donne tous les territoires qui sont à la frontière de la
No!
France.
Stop fucking nation ruling, you're fucking winning the war, just keep on going, like in Sweden is dying.
Moving 400 against the mounts. Oh my god.
Gamer. Is that corruption I can go? Ooh, what is
What the fuck?
happening?
Mais, oh mais la Russie, mais elle joue mal. Oh mais elle joue mal. Mais ça me rend triste. Oh mais ça me rend vraiment triste, putain.
Yeah. Oh.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise, putain, la Russie. Oh, c'est triste quand même.
You're starting to have. Look at this stack of yours in Mansour. Very efficient. very, very good war participation by saying, let me just randomly go to Siberia.
C'est pas important d'ici, c'est pas important.
Very important. Want everyone to see. The world to see. But like honestly, your country is not dead. Like it's super fucking awkward, but it's not.
Fuck, you know.
But you have to give a fuck. Okay.
No, I don't. Like, what forces me to?
Russia was doing a 900 IQ bait exactly. Exactly. You just don't have the IQ for it.
Russia, alright. Russia, you need to go north.
Not in our chat.
Ça me rend triste quand même. Je suis très triste.
Sad.
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 The Russia makes me sad.
Hate.
They make me sad too, but for different reasons.
Hate. What we should start saying instead of sad, we should just write sad.
Yeah, I agree. And instead of rage, we say distinct.
Okay, sure.
Well, we already say it though, so it doesn't really work well.
We don't though. Anyone? My name. Why
Well,
you fake
it's going
news?
to happen sooner or later. Don't worry. I'm being attacked. Didn't even notice.
Being attacked?
Yeah, I didn't notice.
By who?
I don't know,
How?
doing other stuff. I'm still winning. Ah, so good. I don't even need to look to win. Je donne 100% de war score à la Russie, hein, parce que il m'a donné aucune occupation, du coup je peux rien faire.
What? 100% yourself?
I can't. Like, Russia took everything.
Everything. Oh yeah, well then ask for him to give you stuff like.
He won't, because he knows that I want.
Well, no, like don't. What the fuck, man? Of course you give him like 60% or something. Yeah, guess what? Back to push to talk. Rid of the side. Well. This is the way of life. Take back Bavaria. Now it's vassalized. Why does the UK not take Shadens? There's no right answer for that one. Obviously, it's much easier to defend this than it's defend this. But yeah. I mean, both Sweden and Swiss look like they're dead now. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But that's what happens when you declare an offensive war. You just unfortunate. The state of the game. To take in.
Bon. Je vais couper la Suède en plein de petits morceaux, hein, parce que je suis une pute.
No.
Okay.
No, snaking is not wholesome.
Voilà.
Still. Okay, this is done soon.
Ah, punaise, j'ai envie de dormir. Et j'ai envie de bosser aussi. Je te file. Ok, tu sais quoi, je vais bosser maintenant. Tu me dis s'il se passe quelque chose d'intéressant.
Sure. Do the peace deal first. Thanks. Polish as his main culture. Now France is very strong. But beside him is also gonna be a strong country eventually. He removes plutocratic. He did. Okay. And my job is to try and save this country. Playing Beast won this.
Distinct.
Yes?
Let's attack Switzerland, maybe. Oh, he's allied to Russia.
Still allied to Russia. He's not bankrupt and we're close like we could.
Ah mon dieu, la Russie, mais elle me fait pleurer, putain. C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi ça? Ça me rend triste. Hey, Commandante.
Yes.
Can you sub me though?
Oh, I don't have money. I'm bankrupt.
Ah mon dieu, mais la Russie, mais qui se fait stack wipe, mais en permanence. C'est triste. Il est bankrupt.
Zane is so pissed at Russia's performance. It's hilarious. You can hear like the frustration. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Actually, I should probably.
You don't have boats to blockade? Ah, shit. He's going to retreat to Scandinavia.
Mom?
Right. I'll hunt him down.
Guess I'll do diplomatic now instead of admin. What? I should still do admin. This country has no fucking eco whatsoever, so be admin. 130 income. That's because this gauge is this like the way this expansion went on is me. So if I can get like provinces here, provinces there, I'll be okay, I guess. See, we have to turn a blind eye.
Russia, I need you to help me though. Like for real, dude. Can you do
For
something?
as long as possible.
Like, why don't you have troops in Scandinavia? Why am I the one fighting in Scandinavia and not you? Like, come on, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Send troops in Scandinavia. I sent.
I felt like that a bit more, like early, but I mean, it's so understandable.
How are you doing?
Yes.
I'm getting so fucking mad at this Russia. Like, this is crazy. I know I'm shit, but come on, dude.
So what happened to Sweden here? He tried betraying Switzerland, and then
Yeah, he betrayed me.
He tried to betray Switzerland and died, obviously.
But like, Russia is not doing anything well. Like, he's just sitting around doing nothing.
Hey, can you give me a Tyrol, please?
who went.
Poland.
Yeah.
By the way, I broke vessel, Bavaria as vessel. Just take it.
Very wholesome. What a wholesome team. Say it in French, yeah. Presumably single-handedly.
Oh my god, this thing, I swear to god, this Russia is tilting me so fucking hard. Like, this war should be over by now.
Yeah, I could tell.
Like,
I mean,
this
he was tilting me as well. Like when I mean, somehow Serkis didn't like stack wipe all of Russia, but like should have wiped all of Russia.
Yeah, Russia. Look, he has 37k. They've been here all the time, and he doesn't even like. I am the one who sieged down Stockholm and everywhere. Like, this makes no sense. He should be the one to do this. This is crazy.
Crazy.
What is Poland's max manpower so I can 400?
No, not even close. It's 275. Poland is really bad.
Wait, how big is this? One. Okay, not that big.
It's tiny as 1k dev. Still, that's really bad for one. But it's not built up at all. I don't think the dev is like horrible. So like I will dev everything eventually to where it needs to be, but like in 2 sessions I can have a decent country. Ooh.
Oh my god. Do you see this? This thing, do you see it?
What?
Do you see it? I'm fighting in Haslingen.
Yeah.
He's literally AFK in Stockholm. Oh my god, this is terrible. What the fuck?
Yeah, but like
I can't believe it. Like, this is crazy.
you're supposed to call.
Like, they're supposed to know what they're supposed to do.
Are they?
Yes.
It's yeah. Me and you. Actually, you're a fine like secondary participant. See that.
Fuck you, these things.
That was a compliment.
No, it wasn't. You know it.
It was though.
I'm a perfectly fine leader.
How was that not? Can I please invade Sweden? Yes, that's the plan to invade. Like I just wait for him to bankrupt, right? Like, oh, did he just bankrupt? Like my plan here is to just expand without cost. I can get that if it's at all possible. You need to take that. I don't want to be fighting Switzerland right now or anything. So yeah, I just need him. Obviously, he should not have betrayed Switzerland. We'll be making money since I have. I guess I actually need to. Do I have it anywhere? Well, this is closer, so we won't be deving here. Alright. Zoom. Yeah. I also need to put it somewhere. So I can put it on pass again. This is jeez. Oh my gosh. Guess I could just set down this. Doesn't even get me to 60%. I could do it to get me to 60%, but I want to do that once I have at this timing, and 75 is gonna be my dev time. I can dev quite a bit, presumably. So we're at 0 corruption. Yep. Take a loan for it. Efficient. Take as much as possible. Eventually we can Switzerland. This line strong enough. This is not happening. I mean, we could make it happen. Any prestige for it. Trying to give them money. See, I can do 25 plus transfer trade. I could probably. They're doing the 100%. Right.
Does he have to encount now?
Does he still have a fort? I think the rule is that he should.
No, he doesn't have any.
Yeah, then he does need to. I mean, yeah. There's no way for him to win the war.
He has to encount so we can have the occupation, right? This thing.
Wait, no, he doesn't have to encount.
I don't know the rules of the server.
I mean.
Distinct? Distinct? Oh,
Yeah.
Distinct.
Dude, I have my Discord lagging.
Right. Does he have to unconditional so we can?
Yes, he should unconditional, or he doesn't have to unconditional, but he does have to peace out.
Right. So we need to occupy his country because if we want to have some.
Let me see. Well, he doesn't have a fort. He has 99%. You guys don't have a chance. There's no chance in hell, but like you can go on for a little. Let me check. War and Peace. Player will not. Players who have 90 NAR clearly cannot raise an army and have no allies. Blah blah. Yes. Yes. Yes, the rule is that he has to unconditional. Cirques, you need to unconditional. The rule is that you have to unconditional. 99%. You have no forts and you cannot win anymore. No, it's in the rules that he has to. It's 19. Dude, I made the ruling, but it's clear in the rules that he has to. He said he doesn't have any forts left, and he doesn't have an army. Like he has 65k.
For sending Sweden a case though, he has to accept. Yes.
Yeah, he needs to unconditional.
He doesn't have to unconditional. Oh, he needs occupied territories. Or he doesn't have to unconditional surrender. The rules don't force him to unconditional surrender.
No, it's literally written in the rules.
It's literally written in the rules. That sounds really unique.
It is. It is. The defender will be asked to unconditionally surrender.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's just I was asking if he literally had no troops left or not. Like I don't know, man.
He has like 65, but they're surrounded by everything. They're gonna die.
Yeah, that 65k is not surviving anything. Like I can see he's actually surrounded. He can't really go anywhere.
Yeah. Alright, meanwhile, my power. Somewhat. And hello from Xak Matal, as always, Caramello.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also have another one of your fanboys who's asking me to kill you, but I think that's gonna be difficult in my position. Why don't I ask for contribution? I don't ask for contribution for my estates because that would reduce my thing. They would make them unhappy, and thus it will lose me money. But more importantly, it will raise my development costs, and that's the main thing. Like, what I'm going for is I'm going to take this at the same time at this. It's going to give me 60%. I'm going to have very cheap dev. At that point, hopefully, I'll have prosperity as well. So I will have a lot of modifiers to reduce my dev cost. The problem is I don't have quantity on this country, so I don't get that 10%, but we'll do what we can. Efficiently dev at the very least. So right now, like, I'm not deving efficiently as I should, so I'm just deving like where it's the least painful, so that I'm trying to get as many of the dev cost modifiers up on. Also, like, the more I wait, the more I reduce corruption, so that's also percent. Full power cost plus 1.04, that's quite a lot actually. Oh, I need to, I forgot. Since they're just ticking down, I might as well. So time to sort of annoying. Like, if I declare I'll be right back. Our truce with France has ended. Okay. Hell. There we go. Let's see. So, Caramello, why are you still allied to the Sweden?
Там есть все-таки получше вещи.
Это у тебя повторный симпозиум или это первый?
Да, повторно.
Блин, а у меня, когда играл, они что-то багнулись как-то
Швеция
по-дурацки.
ливнула.
А,
так, не, ну вот это русский, конечно, классно залез.
I'm going to go to distinct. Like, there's literally nothing I can do here.
What the fuck, man?
Like in 2 years, France is going to attack me again, and he's going to destroy me.
2 years? It's 10 years. What are you talking about?
So yeah, this is the end of Switzerland.
Both Switzerland and Sweden are leaving.
Yeah.
Sweden left already.
Sweden left, yeah.
Yeah.
Caramello.
Caramello.
My piece was perhaps a bit.
Caramello, an ally, then I can attack and you don't lose prestige. Clap,
Look
clap.
at it. There are 6 Swedens now. That's the advantage. The more, the better, right?
Free France! I can't push the top. I am. Okay, I was talking this whole time, but I was on push to talk. France, can you break your alliance with Sweden? Uh-huh.
Russia was. Oh my god, this war was pathetic. Like, Russia should have been able to destroy Sweden. Instead, I had to be the one to go to fucking, like. Alright. Can I get rid of Cloud of Container? What? No.
Like, you really shouldn't leave Said because, you know, evacuate. I mean, your country will be protected if you leave, but, like, this is not dead.
It won't. Like, it's dead.
It's not dead. Like, I mean, it's in a terrible position, but it's not dead
Look,
yet.
it's dead, dude. The only allied is Russia, and Russia is so fucking terrible at the game that I had to be the one to attack Sweden and Scandinavia. Come on, dude.
Yeah, but that can change, you know.
Like, at some point, I was fighting literally in the next province, in Hälsingland, and he had 80k in Stockholm, and the troops in Stockholm just didn't move. It's like, come on, dude. Don't try to tell me that it's not dead. The country is dead. Especially since there is no mod. So
the problem, Caramello, is my guy is I switched to the government that changes every like.
Yeah, I did the same. So
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
be making a lot of royal marriages.
yeah, yeah, but we're gonna be breaking our alliances all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can like switch military access and sea thingy. And as soon as I can make an improved insult, we should keep. Well, you can actually. You have prestige, right? Yeah, you have positive prestige. So
we can keep insulting Switzerland.
Exactly, make the improved insults.
Fuck you! I'm going to invade you.
Not Switzerland. We're sweet. Oh yeah, but. Stop. Let's just do that. Right now, I have to beat my nemesis, the AI. She gonna take a long.
Distinct, right? Just to tell you the state of the country, I have 14 corruption, minus 37 prestige, 0 legitimacy.
Why do you have 14 corruption though? I didn't take corruption.
To avoid the bankruptcy. I still have that.
At the start? No, you didn't. Like.
No, not at the start. Right after. I had to avoid it. When was I? When was it? No, it was right at the end of the French War. Like in the last few months, I had to go up with. I had to take a lot of corruption. But I'm late in Militech. France is going to have the Militech very soon. This is over. Come on, dude. Just let me go.
Let me go. Let me go.
I don't really want to because
I cannot going to serve for this league again. Like this is such a clusterfuck.
dude, like you're complaining, but if you remember last time you were in EPP, all right, you were a Prussia that was allied to a Russia that was allied to a Castile that attacked a 1K France. You remember that 2 times actually.
The goal wasn't to attack you; it was to attack Ottoman.
Oh, of
But
course.
I'm out of here. See you.
All right, see you.
So Switzerland is A, right? Okay, nice. Now I can attack him.
I don't know. Like, I think I should protect it. Like, I mean, it's a bit lame to protect it, but then again, I don't think it's quite dead yet. So I don't know.
Wait.
It is quite dead.
Come on.
No, like it's allied to Russia. It can like truce break Sweden. Like it's not.
Russia is retarded. Oh my god.
Yeah, but that is not like an objective measure, okay?
Distinct. After you hear that, like you should start doubting that Switzerland is actually allied to Russia, because I don't think Russia will be willing to ally Switzerland after that.
Yeah, but it's like it's Zayd being an ass. But like, regardless of what happens, like it makes sense for Russia to try and counterbalance France a little bit, like so. But like Switzerland can, you should need to truce break fucking Sweden. That's what you need to fucking do. Like Sweden even left the fucking game, so you can truce break no problem. You can take over like 20 provinces. But now I'm gonna take it over instead of you. Like
yeah, but you were going to do so anyway, and I couldn't because England is blocking me. Like that's fucking ganklet. Also, by the way, this England is shit compared to mine. Gotta say.
The what?
My England was so much better than this England. Shake my head.
Well, I mean, it's true. But...
Okay,
what hour is it anyway? There's still 1 hour left in the session, huh? State of European diplomacy.
So, is Switzerland protected or not?
Oh, okay. Nah, talking about another. Supposed to make a ruling, but like, ugh. Why is the guy who's not even a perm in the thing supposed to make?
Well, because the perm wasn't even here for 2 seconds and doesn't give a shit.
No, but I don't have a perm like in the game at all anymore. Is what I mean.
Yeah, just say Switzerland is dead, invade it, and that's it. Like, there's no point in playing this game. Switzerland can't ally anyone.
I don't realistically think that fish will return. So that's also a thing, but.
Could have was Sweden, and Sweden is a fucking.
But like, you understand why I'm comfortable, especially since like Poland here wants to kill Switzerland. So.
Like, just kill Switzerland.
Yeah, Poland, let's kill Switzerland.
I'm the GM, alright? I'm saying that.
Not the GM. Like how? Like it still has 1700 depth. It still has too much. No. I'm protecting Switzerland. It has too much depth. It has too much depth to be.
Listen, come on! I'm already started moving troops to Switzerland.
But this is the problem: is that.
Listen, the game is over, and do you want to know why? Because there is a fucking massive France, and absolutely no one to fight it, because of the alliance web that offer.
What do you mean? Russia is bigger?
Yeah, Russia is way bigger. Like this Russia has 250 provinces, and is Russia. So they like this Russia is ridiculously strong.
To Sweden before I came.
But that is not pertinent when you're like deciding these things. You can't just be like, oh, everyone sucks in the game, therefore the game like this country is dead. Like that's not how you can rule things.
I'm the worst at the game. I know that. Don't worry. I still won more wars than I lost this session, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if there was less time left, then I would definitely just rule that it's protected. Now I have to think about it. Like, I guess everyone just wants to jump in. No one can really ally him except Russia.
But as I said,
but like Russia can solo win these wars. That's the thing, you know. If Russia plays decently, this Russia should be so insanely strong that it can always defend Switzerland. Like it. So no, I think realistically I should protect it, or like you should just need to keep on playing because you agreed to sub. Therefore, you should just keep on playing and then happens what happens. If people want to truce break you, then they truce break you, and then you die or you try at least.
Hey, Sus, fuck you. I snake if I.
No, so I'm ruling that it's protected because it has too much dev and it can actually be defended by Russia, even though like in practice you don't find it likely. In theory, it's definitely possible. What?
Sweden should be protected.
Yeah.
Too. Like, because I looked at France and Byzantium, it has too much dev.
Yeah, it's 1k dev as well.
Actually, yeah, this is like
all countries must be.
Sweden doesn't look much different from.
Right, yeah, it's the same situation.
Oh, wait. There's suddenly Swedish army.
Et c'est qui Charles Versalius dans ton chat?
It's Serenade, Charles. Actually, Serenade is in the chat, so he can give me GM advice.
Il parle français?
No problem. He doesn't speak French. Well, actually, he's no longer. I don't know. I mean, no, I don't like that subs just randomly leave. Like, this is really not nice. And I also objectively think that Sweden is in a worse position than Switzerland.
But like, dude, it's circus. Like, did you expect him to stay? Come on, dude.
Like, because Sweden was bankrupt, whereas Switzerland was not bankrupted. That's also a big difference.
What do you mean not bankrupt at all? He has 22k loan.
No, it's not true. It's a lie. I had 0 loans.
Well, you can press one button to make it 0 loan, but you're not pressing it.
Wait, are you bankrupt? Not
I'm
bankrupt.
not here anymore, I don't know.
I mean, you do have so much corruption, but like, you should not have had corruption in the first place.
Oh,
Wait, what the fuck? Oh. I mean, I guess like no one is gonna want to play Switzerland.
Like, no one is going to.
I don't know. I don't think there's a right answer. Like, it's just.
There's nothing to do about it. Like, it's just dead.
Blame original players.
Like, if it was a blob where you could have defenses, it would be possible to play Switzerland. But the problem, it's not possible to defend Switzerland. It's not possible to recruit. Like, whenever it goes at war, it's surrounded by all sides. There's no point in playing him.
well, actually, yeah, now we have more subs than original players in this game.
Like, everyone here literally is subs.
Like, MJL is clearly the worst server in history.
But
though.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just today. Like, that's why I said that we should delay today. But like, that's. I mean.
Or you can just stop the campaign now, say that France won, and be done with it.
No.
Like, the sad thing is that this Russia is so much stronger than France.
He's not good player.
And actually, like, as Poland, like, I'm also gonna be decent. And Byzantium is not weak. Like, he has a lot of provinces.
Just go Prussia, my dude.
Well, then I have to go Protestant. But that's actually worth it. If you look at my last game, I totally did it, you know, because fucking Prussia is so fucking good. But I need to have Oh, holy shit! Wait! We do have Protestant provinces. Okay, let's do this. No, if I'm the perm, I can do whatever I want. I can do. No, that's the sub.
Is that France is allied to all the people that could kill him. Like, massive hug.
Yeah, typical Caramello.
Like, that's why England is supposed to kill France early game instead of being a pussy. This England is so bad. I love clashing England because I had one successful game as England. This is worth it.
Of course. So now you're the expert who can give advice to everyone.
Exactly.
Exactly. Wow.
I am the expert of England.
Hey. Why do I... Crikey with the dumb thing question. Why do I want to form Russia every time? Yes, why indeed? Why would you want to form Russia?
I mean, this thing is going to get ganked anyway, so he might as well from Russia.
Well, you say that, but like I can probably win the war versus Russia, so if I'm allied to Byzantium, I feel quite secure. This is a good position for this point.
Yeah, this is what we call a hack box position.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? It's not hard.
Yeah, but there's sufficient expansion, so no one needs to fight anymore. That's just like the consequence. There's 2 players died, everyone can now expand, and now everyone is just gonna dev until 1720, or are gonna fight with 4 million armies. Or the campaign is gonna be over, that's another possibility, obviously.
Like, I think the mode that you like, the EU4 mode is mandatory now. Since I've played with it.
Yeah, ever since you play with it, going back to not playing with it is horrible. Like,
It's just like to
that's how they could still. I mean, I invited Caramel to come play with us.
yeah, you need to talk Caramelo to come PP. And I'm going to convince the fuck is Caramelo.
Everyone in this game is a big hug box, actually. In a big hug box, I mean. Like Chinese hug box, Indian hug box, like everything.
Yeah. No.
Sus. Well, like I really want to. Like, I don't know if Distinct was watching Russia and the war, but I really want to go back and just watch it again, just to see when Russia fucked me, like so many times, and how many stack wipes he got. This was so.
You got a good amount.
The problem Swiss is that France opponent is so and Swiss Russia because opponent is stuck in the middle, and the axis was actually Sweden Swiss, but Sweden made the retarded move and killed himself.
Yeah. I don't think it's a mistake to say that Switzerland should be. Sis is right. Like, power balance is fine if played correctly, so it should.
Yeah, but there's not going to be a play on it.
Like, the Switzerland is still stronger than Poland. That's the reality. Switzerland is still stronger than Poland.
But no one is going to play it because it's not playable.
Yeah, but that if no one plays it, then it won't be protected. But which, you know,
like
it's theoretically possible to be played, so it should.
Itself, it's not bad. Like, it's not a bad country in itself. It has good quality, good army, etc. But the layout makes it so that it's impossible to fight a war against opponent and France at the same time. Like Switzerland
Yeah,
needs
but
to
Russia is so strong that it wins the war sort of solo. Like,
but the thing is, they can get. Well, Russia could carry the war solo if it wasn't allied to both EU and France. Like, if this tentacle in the Rhineland, these Polish tentacles didn't exist, if like Switzerland had like the border dated, it could have two borders and then recruit inside. But right now it can't recruit. Like it's just going to die anyway. I'm pro player. You can trust me.
trust you. Yeah, you're a pro player.
Who is our host?
Same beast.
Why is Congo a lucky name? Like, I'm looking at Congolese unrest and I can see -1 because of luck.
Well, I mean that happens sometimes. Have that bug. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It happens. It'll be fixed next.
Can I use that for the next session? I heard there are some nice bonuses.
No, the bonuses are not that nice actually.
There is a manpower recovery.
There is a manpower, yeah, I guess. There's also one other. There's an like very early on. It's really good because there's aggressive expansion reduction if you're in the HRE. But yeah. No, you can like. I mean, theoretically, there's tactics to game it, but like, it's not that important that it needs to be fixed like during the session itself. It's just it goes away automatically once we re-host. Well, how strong is France now? You deving yet? Let's see. So that yeah, def there was not really neat.
distinct I am bored. Let's start the war.
What war?
I don't know.
What?
Maybe kill Russia?
Maybe kill Russia. We could fight Russia.
Yeah.
Who is he allied with? He's allied with me though.
I'm allied him. Let's kill him.
I'll keep him allied for now. I have free expansion, but could definitely actually kill. But what don't you have like random AIs? Yeah. Oh no, no, you still have like in Arabia. You have AIs in Arabia. Take those. Also, you can go to there's Tunis as well.
Vijalag vassalized of these miners and took his gold. I don't have AIs anymore.
No, you do. You do. Look at Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Vianagar. Okay, never mind. Vianagar. There's Tunis. The 2 province Tunis.
Yeah.
Island. Kinda don't wanna kill player wars like session. And I don't have admin points, so like it's not really a good timing for me.
Yeah. Switzerland's protected, right?
Yes, Switzerland is protected. Let's see, chat. Is Sweden bankrupt? Yes, it is, but it's also AI now. That's why it doesn't want to fight me, but it's so annoying. It's just passing through it.
Just wait for ticking Moscow.
Puree wouldn't mind helping with Russia. Oh, that's something. Ask him for help.
Ask which nation?
Jampur.
Oh, Jampur. Yeah, I guess. I'll ask him.
I mean, you could surely there are like Chinese people that would be interested as well. I see Gansu as allies, and they're
allied against Jampur.
do my thing. That commotion.
I don't know. It's coming from you.
There's like really loud cheers, as if like football hooligans or something. Dark Farm Mam. I think scheming on stream is kind of bad, but that doesn't matter. Like, I mean, everyone can always see me scheming, and I don't scheme either way. Alright. But yeah, like, yeah, of course people can see. But like, the more you play the game and the more experience you get, the more you realize that, like, scheming is not really a thing. Everyone knows what everyone's interest is because there's a clear, like, objective way to play the game of what is efficient, what is inefficient, what are the goals of the respective players and countries. So an experienced player can just look at the map, look at the state, and know, okay, this country is going to do this country is going to do that, this country is going to do this. So the aspect of like doing Diplo and hiding is more of a concern in games where people are not experienced in multiplayer, because then they don't know what to do. You can't look at the map and say, okay, this is what I need to do. So then
In this game from the start, I was just deploying and just sitting,
yeah,
not doing anything.
I'm not talking. Yeah, I'm not dissing you. I'm just talking in my chat about Diplo, and so like Diplo is more of a tool to sort of control newer players, is what we call noob whispering, because they don't know what to do. So you can tell them what to do, and you can try and convince them that this is the right play. But if you go and Diplo excessively with experienced players, that's really obnoxious, because you're telling them, oh, do this. The player knows that what you're telling them is not correct for their country, so you're just annoying them and you're making them lose time, like deploying during the week. And we're playing every week for like 6 months. Like, the last thing you want to do is spend every day having to respond to dumb propositions that don't make any sense for your country. So yeah, people who think this game is all about Diplo, no, it's not at all about Diplo. I suppose it is about Diplo if there are many people who don't know what they're supposed to do on a country on a given time. Then it actually is about Diplo. If you join a league with completely new players and you don't do any Diplo, then you're gonna die. So that is true. To that extent, it is true. But if you play like in EPP and you start over Diploing, then you're actually going to die because of that, because you're annoying the more experienced players, and they're just like, the only thing you can do convince a more experienced player to do through Diplo, barring exceptions, there are exceptions, but typically the only thing you can convince a player of doing is to kill you because you annoy him. Also, I don't see how I'm grumpy. Crikey. Shake my head ageism. Alright, let's go back to the monkey. Yeah, well, I mean, since Sling Beast is sick and he's not in Europe, it's just, you know, of course, like, someone has to make GM decisions. So why not me? I guess why not me, because I don't perm a country, but yeah. Can we do this? 66. A long time. Now it's all about getting efficient deving on, so we're gonna start to determine where we're gonna dev. Next dev cycle is gonna take too long. We're gonna have a dev cycle. So, like, this might not be finished prosperity by that time, so we're definitely deving. And thus, city here, there. Where else? The most likely candidates in terms of prosperity. Also in terms of culture. I should culture cover. Accepted rooming. Let's get rid of trans. Could accept Slovak. Maybe I want to accept Prussian instead. Saxon. I already have Saxon. I already do it. I can of course remove these ones. Others. Instead, Czech and Silesian. I don't part of my culture. Actually, I'll have to go. So I could actually do that. In which case, I can just a culture convert. Since I am going to be deving, I will actually need the culture thing, so I could not do it. Yeah, I sort of talked myself into it. I'll just remove these eventually and buff these up and not pay here. Oh, this. Much attention. What do I even want? Saxony stuff. So these two, definitely. The rest is all. So I guess the rest is Baltic. This. Yeah. You may want to make a vassal. No, we don't want a vassal. We don't want a vassal because the Diplo points are more precious than the other points.
Oh my god, that speed.
So, Comandante, how is the
Well, it's going fine, I guess. Just a bit boring.
No, Ahmad, you never admin focus. There's only one timing point where you admin focus, and that is when you are going for the second ID group, because that timing is very important, where you're taking economic as your second ID group. That's the only point in the game where you're not on military focus. And the reason is that military mana is worth so much more in multiplayer than any other kind of mana, because one military dev is worth, like, in terms of military strength, maybe 5 times. But let's say 4 times the strength of any other kind of dev. So every military point that you have is worth about 4 times the other respective thing. But it depends. Like, it's not always correct to admin focus on the second group. But at this point, it's definitely incorrect to ever not be on military focus, in my opinion. You could argue about like timings and things, but you'll eventually hit those. At this point, it's less important. You really need to hit those. Deving, like the mid game, the late mid game in multiplayer is all about deving efficiently and getting every province to be 10 manpower dev, because manpower is actually extremely important in multiplayer. Like, this is how you win. Like, it's all about military strength. It's not about eco. It's not about anything else. It's all about military strength, and manpower is one of the determining factors in terms of who has military strength. And we've gotten very good at manpower deving, and we've also gotten very good at conserving manpower as much as possible. In soon the comments getting flagged by YouTuber. Hey Kai. But yeah, what Kai says is correct. So like eventually I'll just dev it. It's gonna take a bit of time. I'm gonna have overextension, whatever. It's not important. None of that matters compared to being efficient with the military points that you receive. So. And to be honest, I could also, even if I want to greed on the mana, I would not even like core, and I would take these two first. Right, the only argument that you could have for focusing is to fill in the ID, but I think it's so much more important to dev and this to fill in. This ID will be filled in eventually. Like it's no rush. There's no rush to fill it in. Whereas there, like you really need to hit those dev timings. Keep one stack. Okay, so I was gonna dev, but where? Here. Now. This one, potentially. Preferably one with. So yeah, we're gonna dev this one as this one. Since I have something here. So. Start making. Oh wait, is it already dev? These provinces. The rest is all. Here maybe. It's also already dev. Alright, so it's here. Well, I got two, so it's fine. One here. Let's move. Let's see. Ski fucking AI doesn't. Even with this, thinking like to just be sadder here. I guess I'll win the fight versus his army. But this, like, the fighting the AI is just pure cancer. He always sees your troops, and he has like 100%. Like he just maneuvers all the time where he needs to be, and you cannot catch him. Point in trying. So it's more just a question of move such a like just siege efficiently. But since I have only one cannon stack, I can't even do that. Like I can't even contest this thing. And now it's taking more score over. Towards it. This guy's land. Let's at least kill this guy. Like, see, like, it is never catching him, and whenever I get him, it's horrible. These guys back. Oh, out. Oh, wait, what? That's because Sweden is the first tag, actually. So he catches my army instead of my army. But it's annoying that the UI tells you, or tries to tell you, that it actually is gonna out. Shift consolidate to fix your money loss. Oh, hey, it's over. Come on, I just need this to fall. Can actually spread out. Come on. Cindy. Okay, I don't want to lose more time. Alright, that should be it. There. It's not even that expensive. We're gonna wait for this to tick down. Alliance with Russia. And we got vampire projection. That's nice as well. Four more months. Finally, I can get this one. You get in claims as well. So should reduce the cost. Let's check my data. See. Wherever else. Yeah, we don't want to go to war against anyone because we want this prosperity to go up, so that we. It's like the main concern at this point. Uh-huh. Hmm. Yeah, if you go like equal quantity, that's like really greedy. It can work out in like some leagues. Can be the optimal strat depending on who you're playing with. Because you get that dev cost reduction as soon as possible. But well, though you should never start with eco. You should always start with a military group. So you always start with either quality, that's the standard, that's the clear best one, and quantity if you're playing like ridiculously greedy groups, then you can start with quantity. But you really shouldn't. And then you should always eco as the second one. Eco is clearly like the best. And trade is not a thing in multiplayer. There's some countries take it. There's like 1 or 2 countries that take trade, but it's not the way to go if you want to be have the strongest country possible. To have the strongest country possible, you need to have every single military bonus that you can get. Trade gives you no military bonuses, and therefore it's not very strong. No, like you think so, but if you compare these countries to like top tier countries in multiplayer, those countries will be very, very weak. Or they might be strong, but that's because like they're like I don't think they're gonna be strong because they're not gonna be built up properly, because unless you play in very specific multiplayer groups, players just don't play the meta correctly at all and don't know how to build up their country, so they'll have like no manpower, for example, compared to if you look at Scandenberg. I don't know if you know this tool Scandenberg. You can see saves from different multiplayer campaigns, and you will see, if you look at the EPP campaigns, you will see how much manpower we end up with and how strong our countries are compared to our dev, like relative to our dev size. So it is possible, theoretically, that a country in not one of those other games is stronger than one of our countries because you have like more provinces and more dev. Because there wasn't much competition. But no, like a Prussia who goes trade, that's just that no, no, that's yeah. Like we would honestly, we would say it's nation ruining if ever there's a Prussia, which it doesn't happen that often because people don't let Prussia form typically. Like I think everyone would be pretty upset if it went trade because it's so inefficient. Oh, I have fast. Like it's not horrible. It's not the worst ID group. It's not like going espionage or something, but it's not optimal. The game is so much skewed about military strength and like the warfare meta about being all in and being very decisive. But if you don't play like in this meta, you don't sort of realize just like how weird warfare is in EU4, and like money doesn't matter whatsoever. Basically, it matters a little bit, but it's so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Like you have trade, but that means basically that instead of having trade, you could have diplomatic, which would give you 50% mercs. 50% mercs, the best modifier in the game, like it's better than 10% discipline. Or you could have 25% mercs from administrative, which is better than 5% discipline. So it's like all of this, sure, it gives you a lot of money, but like even if it gave you 100%, this is the hypothetical I typically give people. It's like even if it gave you 100% trade efficiency, you would not take it because it would not allow you to do anything that you really want. You will not win a battle with it. The only thing you can do is you can try and sort of wait for people to be bankrupt and truce break them, but people will not let you just fight people like that are bankrupt and eat them typically. So in the 1v1 setting, you're gonna lose the 1v1 because you're just weaker, despite having like 1k more income. That doesn't achieve anything in the game. Well, you cannot afford. So this is the interesting thing: is if you look at if you go and look at some of my VODs in my late game wars, typically I'm on Russia. Not because I start as Russia, but I am Russia. You will see that I'm fielding 4 million men. Okay, on like 3k dev. I have a force limit of maybe 1.5 million or 2 million, right? Or even 1 million. But I'm fielding 4 million men and all my mercs straight from the get-go. Every country fields all of its mercs straight from the get-go, always. And then on top of that, you typically have at least double your force limit at the start of the war. And the reality is that no one can afford their mercs. It's not possible to afford your mercs. No one can do it. So every war is a bankruptcy war. That's sort of the conclusion of every war is a bankruptcy war. So you're bankrupting no matter what. You're just taking every single bonus you can because you're never rich enough to not bankrupt. And the only way to be rich enough to not bankrupt is to take poor IDs, which will make you lose the war. You're not going to bankrupt, but you're never going to win the war. So like it doesn't matter. Like, and bankrupting is not the end of the world. Like, so the answer is, what if you can't afford mercs? It's not an if. Most countries cannot afford mercs. But that's not a problem because you're just bankrupting and winning the war. If you look at my Russias, I'm losing like 6k ducats a month in reinforcement and maintenance because I'm that high over force limit at the start of the war. But like, of course, your manpower reduces as the war goes on and stuff, and so the amount of troops as well. It's also because you start with all your troops recruited. This is like very important. Like wars are typically decided by the first engagements. The engagement being the multiple battles that are going on at the same time, right? Or like multiple battles going on at the same time. That's one engagement. And the first and second engagement typically win the war, like determines the war. So we go all out straight from the get-go. And by being the less greedy you are, that's also a very important lesson in multiplayer, is the less greedy you are about winning your wars, the cheaper they will end up being most of the time. Because if you fight sort of half-assed, first of all, you take the risk you're going to start losing. You're going to waste your manpower, which is extremely valuable resource, and then you're going to give a chance to your opponent who plays well and goes all in to beat you in a war where he has no business winning. But you sort of make the war longer than it needs to be and harder than it needs to be, and typically that will cost you more money than if you had done it differently. If you look at, for example, when I was playing Swiss, I was trying to be greedy per the instructions of the perm, but if I had not, instead, if I had started the war with like 1 million men and merc spamming, I win this initial fight, I take a couple of forts. After I win the initial fight, I assault more forts, then I still have enough troops to win another engagement, and I again assault forts. Of course, it's extremely costly, but the war is done. Like, I've already won the war once I've occupied this amount of lands. The war is finished. And so it's actually more efficient that way in terms of money spared. Well, you say that, crikey, but if you make bankruptcy so bad that it kills your country, like, you still have to bankrupt, because, like, what do you do in this game? It's so expensive to take over provinces, because it is every fight, every war is a bankruptcy war, and every war goes to the end, because we understand that the only way to win a war is to go all in, because of the fort mechanics. And so there's, like, if you make bankruptcy too harsh, then people will not fight wars. Then war will never be worth it. Is sort of the consequence, the logical consequence when you bring forward the as long as we have all of these mechanics working together. That's also why we don't war typically in the mid game, and we deb instead. But if you make bankruptcy harsher, people will just not war at all. But you still have to eventually bankrupt to try and defend your country, because the higher the cost for war, the higher the value of every province you have, and the more all in you have to go to defend the provinces. So it's like a vicious circle. No matter what you do in this game, unless you have a total overhaul of almost every single mechanic, the cost of war is simply too high, and there's not an easy fix to it. Yeah, remember the no loan agony. How are you doing, Martin? Should to have forts. I guess these ones are good since they station. Why am I losing money? I know this country is shit poor, but come on. Corruption. X. Oh fuck, I need to F. Someone has the tech already. I want to make that a level 3 too. No, I don't think this country is rich enough for that, unfortunately. Normally I would, but this country is so poor. Like, if I had 200 income, this is how little value. I would take the loan just to get a little bit of the mana, but and this country is too much. Now, do I have everything I need? I have this. So my religion, I don't have an ID, I don't have this, I have prosperity, and I have, yeah, so I have everything. Potential modifier. Let's just debit. I guess we could see if we get. I don't. With that, this is deft, so now we can. This one, respond. And where else are we gonna be getting? So we have it. So next is first here is already left. Dubrin here. Yeah, this one. What? Guessing this is like a fake one. See what's going on here. You can stay from not going bankrupt more, so that is true. Like that, there is some use to bankruptcy if you're going to make that strat of trying to outlast your opponents and then kill him, or either like fight him, like truce break him after he wins and stab hits you, and then kill him while he's bankrupt. But it's not completely worthless, obviously not. But most Diplo games, it's not something you can do. It's hard to punish someone doing an all-in strat.
What do you think about going admin over? I mean, going trade over admin?
Why? What do you get from it, Jar Jar?
Like you get like 30% more income with when you go trade, and you get only like 5% bigger army when you go.
5% bigger army.
Well, yeah. If you look at like typical late game wars, then
No,
for
it's
example the one in EU4.
Yeah, but that's EU4. We're playing with reduced mercs. Like it's completely
yeah.
different.
For example, that's your war of yours against Purple Porcupine.
Yeah, but it's completely different. Like we have way more manpower. I had so much fucking manpower.
Yeah, you had a lot of manpower, and therefore you could afford not to, rather going out in your case meant hiring more manpower.
Also in EU4, there is no admin or trade, so it's completely rework ID group. So it's a very different set. But in vanilla, 25% merc is extremely powerful. One of the more powerful things you can get in terms of any modifier. If you can pick any modifier, right, like 5% discipline, 10% moral, 35% merc. Probably pick the 10% moral, but it's very close. It's very close. So like,
you get available mercs from. You don't get it from quantity, right? Or do you?
No, you don't get it from quantity.
A typical nation gets it from.
Well, you do because you get force limit, so it gives you mercs. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the bonus itself, you get it from Diplo and.
You get it from Diplo and from admin.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And mercs is so important. Like you want that. Like this sort of.
So that
the country with admin wins versus the country that has trade.
So
the only question is like, does the trade and the increased income, is it sufficient to offer some kind of alternative to an all-in war where you let the opponent win and then you like truce break him and then just kill him while he's bankrupt? It's not like out of the question. Like it's not preposterous. So I wouldn't say trade is terrible.
It feels like you're wrong, though, in this case.
No, I don't think I'm wrong, though. I think and also administrative actually gives you quite a bit of length just because of the -1.
Yeah, but it's still nothing comparable to what trade gives.
Yeah, that's true. But both of them combined are very substantial.
Yeah, so if you have like around 1k force limit, then you have what? 450 merc limit support. You get only like 60k troops, maybe from.
Yeah, but it's 60k mercs, not 60k troops. It's 60k mercs. It's not the same. If you mercs or like if you think about in vanilla, if you look at the amount of your casualties that are mercs versus your manpower casualty, the difference is enormous. Like these mercs are doing everything. They're taking all the kill casualties, they're taking all the attrition, they're taking all the assault casualties. So like,
So you get like a few percent bigger capability to go all out in exchange for greatly decreased capability to actually wage war in over a long period. Because even though you can have slightly more troops at the beginning, you won't be able to actually sustain fighting a war for a long period of time.
yeah, but you win. Like, you don't need to fight it long. Like, wars. If you fight a war for a long time, you're doing it wrong, right? Typically, that means you misplayed somewhere, right? If you fight a war, you're supposed to win early and quick.
But 60k troops won't magically win you the war.
60k troops makes a massive difference.
You. No, it doesn't.
And also, you get the reduction. So as well as the like, even the merc cost actually impactful because we're spamming all the time the merc.
Merc cost is not impactful.
It is impactful. Like,
no, it's not. It's 25% from like 250. That's 10% decrease.
From 200? Are you kidding me? Like, when you're in Russia and you have like a merc force limit of 1 million and you're spamming those, so you're spamming like 500 every 4 months of mercs. That is a massive cost every time.
The base cost of mercs is 250% of the regular.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking not about their like reinforcement or maintenance cost. I'm talking just the cost of recruiting. Everything matters.
10% difference.
Like, you think like you're.
It's nothing compared to economic bonuses that trade gives.
But it's nothing compared to the loans that you can take with trades in your total thing. But it's actually very like, these are significant economic bonuses that administrative has.
But they can't compare to trade.
But that also depends on your country. You know, you're like in the middle of Germany, like trade does nothing.
If you are in Germany, then you have Lübeck.
But it is England, and England is taking all your trade unless it's completely incompetent, which does happen more often. But no, like there's clear places where trade just does nothing for you.
Yeah, of course, I agree. But I think that there are cases where going trade might be better than others, especially if you are, let's say, less experienced player. Like, I think that it's better to advise.
Oh, if you're a less experienced player, there might be an argument for it, but
I think it's better to advise them to pick trade over admin.
I agree with that. I also need to clean up my thing to get space, but I will buy. I was actually looking for one, but like last time I went to a shop to buy like a headphone or something. I went to see for a second screen, but they didn't have a nice one. So
very nice.
No, well, Charbin. So it like your argument is not it's not like 100% wrong, but I still like in practice I feel most of the time you're better off with the extra mercs. But I mean, it's also because to be fair with your argument is because most of the time the people that have a good economy don't know how to leverage it versus my all-in strategy. Whereas when I have the economy, like, which I typically don't, but like, so people don't really know how to handle it, or well, at least in practice they've not done it sufficiently. But there are of course ways to counter the all-in strategy. So trade could be an important part in that setting, but
yeah, I agree. I think that it's similar to like the debate.
I suppose there's all the more reasons now that loans like don't prevent bankruptcies, but like you can still just sub trade like and prevent it. So I think there's still enough tools to prevent bankruptcies too early. Like, you're not at risk of bankrupting too early unless you do my strats with like 4 million men. But like up to now, I'm still the only person who ever builds up to 4 million men. So like, I think people overstate like the speed at which you bankrupt late game because they look at my games, but my games are still out of the norm in terms of quantity. and in terms of your percentage manpower dev as well.
Good evening, Darth.
Hey Darth, but no, I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not as an 8 group. As an 8 group, it could be okay.
Yeah, of course. Like
as an 8 group, but definitely not.
Yeah, true, of course. We had a nice discussion on picking trait over admin.
Yeah. But you know, it's like the same debate, really, like diplomatic versus
innovative,
innovative, and even admin versus diplomatic, right?
It's hard to compare admin to dip.
I mean, I got
25% Marxism. See, it is very good.
I disagree.
Well,
probably good.
I think for most players, trade is better than admin. But it's true that it's similar to like the innovative versus diplomatic, when like diplomatic is better, but it's much harder to pull off, and innovative is like the safer.
Yeah, but it's also a question of like when it comes, when you're picking it, the fact that like one of the things unsung merits of admin is simply or of innovative is that it's more man efficient than the other one, obviously, but it's also an admin ID group, and thus it decreases the cost of your admin things, where you don't really. But some people would say that's an advantage of Diplo, which you're gonna spare some Diplo points, so you're gonna have more Diplo points to Diplo dev. Well, I don't think you're lacking too much dev, but
Yeah, well, you don't spend Diplo on anything.
Congo is getting attacked by.
Aren't you guys supposed to end?
But we are ending. We've already.
Oh.
No, no one is attacking. Congo is still doing just fine. Fine, between quotes. Is doing Congo stuff.
He's
Alright.
being alive.
Well,
Great Britain has not decided to kill him yet.
yeah. Poland slowly but surely, but actually Poland is like Poland is so poor it completely missed its timings, and it didn't do.
Wait, what? Is it really that poor?
Yeah, it has 140 income.
Holy shit! It's
Yeah.
income to an Exodus nation relying on gold.
No, it's like the worst. Like the problem is it seems that Monkey Man did a lot of bankruptcy wars, but never used the bankruptcies to build anything because he was never able to. That's what it seems like to me. So.
Isn't it banned here or something?
No,
like
what?
Bankruptcy building, or I don't know.
No,
There's not. There's Monkey Jungle League. What are you talking about? It's banned to. I mean, there's nothing banned because the subs don't increase your bankruptcy again. But yeah, like you should. So it's harder to build during bankruptcy because the loan thing is bankruptcy strat is even less good, which means that war is even worse. And this is also part of why I've been declaring less wars. Like every nerf to bankruptcy and bankruptcy-related shenanigans means that people will war less. Like, so these are very bad changes if you think. All right, GG everyone. See you on thing with it. Fighting Russia. Very nice.
Yeah, like all of the countries in the east are at war. So it's just massive war. Like if you go to diplomatic mode, Russia's at war with basically every Asian nation except Jainzhou.
And Vianagar.
And then Vijayanagara joined it too.
Does anybody know this Russia actually? Like I share like 2 servers with him, but
I know who Russia is. He actually been playing it for a long time. Was part of TTT back in the day, but yeah, he's not been. You know, you don't. He's not been following up on the meta evolutions, and like we play so much better than before. So, I mean, even you compare to campaign 8, and at that time we were already pretty decent, but like terrible if you look at my first VODs compared to how efficient we are today.
I was trying to to explain the development thing to him. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
Which development thing?
Oh, the deving manpower.
Yeah, what about it?
He didn't get it.
What do you mean?
Stormbreaker.
Alright, GG everyone, see you, thanks for tuning in.
What do you not understand about
Take care.
manpower?
He just didn't want to